Hi, my name is Matthew Lillard. You've probably seen me in many a horrible movie back in the 90s. Can we start again? It's me, Matt! Hi, I'm major motion picture star Matthew Lillard. Hi. All right, Sam. I'm Matthew Lillard. What's the line? You just do whatever the fuck. I almost had it. I got booger on my shirt. What's the first line? I was in terrible movies during the 90s. You grew up on them and you watched them, sucker. My name is Matthew Lillard. You may know me as Beadle from Beadle Grimm's. Last couple of years, our company is focused primarily on the DM, creating battle maps, in-world handouts, jewelry items, and of course, stuffed animals. Now it's time to focus on you, the players. Because when we gather around a table, we're not there to hear a story, we're there to tell a story. All of us. And sometimes that story goes on for years and is remembered only on coffee-stained scraps of paper or 3 random journals. But worst of all, it's in your head. And why is that bad? Because I'm not that smart. Bill's way smarter than me. When he says it's Grimm that killed the frost giant that was on its way to destroy the town, I can't really argue with him because I don't have it on a journal. And if I had it in a journal, sitting on a bookshelf, you could just say, hey, check out my journal. We all know the problem with a journal. In a real game, when are you gonna use that thing? On a real night of gaming, you bounce from a core rule book to the advanced player's guide, and of course your character sheet. And the entire game goes like boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, 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 boom. You never go back to this thing. And again, the story is only in your brain, and Bill's telling you that he is the real champion. But what if? Now stay with me here. What if, Charlie? Charlie, thanks. What if we created a single book specifically tailored for your character class? And what if it had an enormous character sheet to record every detail of your character? Every stat, every strength, weakness, magic item, enemy, ally, even your familiar. And then took all the official Pathfinder rules, the spells, feats, and skills that you need for your class and your class only, and combined that with an expansive journal to capture your story. And obviously it's only useful if it's on heavy paper to handle the years of wear and tear, and bound on a lay-flat binding so you can use every inch of it. And of course, us being us, we add amazing artwork from across the Pathfinder universe, as well as our own custom pieces, commissioned specifically for this book. And that's why I'm here today, to introduce you to Beadle Grimm's complete character chronicle. Character sheet, rulebook, journal, all in one. The tools to tell your story and the pages to preserve it. If my story had been included in one of these, I'm pretty sure that Beadle, the greatest dungeon delver ever, would have been the true hero of the group. Not Bodum, not Tanner, and definitely not Grimm. Because it all would have been written down, the incontestable truth. Or at least, a well-documented lie. Which is just as good. I'm Matthew Lillard, and we are Beadle Grimm.
That was a really bad rap impression.
Yeah.
Hello! And once again, welcome to Band of Badgers. It's lovely to have everyone here.
Hello.
Hello, my players. Hello, hello. Hope everyone
Hello,
is...
DM.
Hello.
Even though you
Wow.
can't
When
assume
I-
that was still a surprise.
When I said bring the energy today, you know, that was a good one.
It's like 20 seconds to go, and then it was like, we're on.
We're on. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone here. Well, I hope we're all happy and healthy. I hope where you are watching this at home, at work, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're happy and healthy too, because it's a bit of a shit year, to be honest. But we're hoping that this little thing will make everyone a little bit nicer. So, thank you all for joining us. We'll see how this thing goes. And of course, welcome to our very, very special guests. we have Bill REHOR and Matt LILLARD from Beadle Grimm.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Matt.
Thanks
Are
for
we
having
allowed
me.
to cuss? I didn't ask before we started. Are we allowed to cuss? Cuss?
Yeah,
Yep.
I won't
You're
cuss.
actually
I don't like
required.
cussing.
yeah. This is rated R.
I just want to make sure I don't blow it. All right, good.
No, that's cool. That's cool. You can do whatever you want. It's fine. We've got the next 3 hours.
Dina would say on Big Brother, do
completely-
not swear.
Yeah.
completely free. We're good to go. So, as you know, if you're a regular with us, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming back. And if you're new, what you can do is in the box below me, not my name because that's my name, but in the box below that, we have other supporters, not just Beadle and Grimm, who are obviously our main supporters here on this channel and on the stuff we do. But you'll find other businesses who are going to be doing discounts just for the audience here, and that's 10%, 15% off some of their products. So keep an eye out on here, and keep just one eye, on the live chat as well. Now, obviously, we're here this week. Finally, the Beadle and Grimm Kickstarter launched. I've been touting this thing every week. I was in there. I think I was in there in the first 50 people who was in there. I was certainly in the first hour. It's a fantastic looking product. I'm really looking forward to it. This is fantastic partnership for Paizo. It's fantastic item for Pathfinder players. It's going to be stunning, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.
No, it deserves the praise. Now, also, if for those of you who've been here before, at half time we will have a Q&A session for both Bill and Matt. If you have any questions, put it into live chat, big capital Q with a full stop and your question. Our host of mods will dish up those questions, get them ready for the half time mark, and then we'll put those in. So please do have some good questions ready at any time, or just put them in when we get there. Now, what else is going on? Now, I forgot to mention this during the... So, Matt, or rather Bill, I don't know if you told Matt yet, but some of the things we did...
Oh, certainly not.
one of the things we did was when we started Runelords, we asked the audience to do a little bit of audience participation. So every week, we've been asking the audience to create a Pathfinder character for you to play again on a future episode, and they've been choosing the bits and pieces. So far, I think, Steve, we have... What was the race we had?
Lecce.
A leshy. To be exact, it's a fungus leshy.
Oh,
Fungus
good.
Leshy.
And
And
yeah.
And what's the class?
A bard.
Oh,
I
great.
feel
what's
that plays to Matt's
what's the
strength.
instrument?
He's playing the bagpipes as the primary instrument.
And what was the accent?
Oh, we haven't decided that yet. Last week's
Hey,
leader.
Hey,
Last week's leader was French, though, so I'm going to roll it
come
for another
on.
week. And I'm going to roll it for another week, and hopefully we get some Cockney in there instead.
Yeah.
Right.
We were just talking to Matt about living in London, so we're trying to get... It's a really good London accent. We're trying to get a really good Cockney. We get really good Cockney. Wicked, yeah.
Billy
so,
Butcher.
No, Butcher. Now, obviously, this is our Thursday night game. I'm just going to do a quick shout out to our moderator, Joe, who is our DM for our Friday night game.
Hello.
Which is Tomb of Annihilation. Now, I'm not DMing that one. I get to play, so does Steve, and we have guests on that one as well. And this week we have Josh McGuire from the McGuire Review, who was our guest on Runelords last session, which you can find on YouTube. So check us out on YouTube as well. So while that's out of the way, I just want to have a quick look. Let's see who we've got on
Have a look at
live
chat.
on Twitch with us right now. Michaela's in. Hi, Michaela. Thank you very much. Thanks for helping us out. Who else we got? Neurological. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, it's the best.
So I had a chat with Nora, I think it was last month maybe, about coming on a future session as well, about
Awesome.
teaming up and doing some bits and pieces. Gannon Goblin, hi Theo, hi Grady, good to see you again. Josh McGuire, fantastic, thanks for joining us. Ryan, session 0, you'll see that Bill is hosting.
Zero represent here today. Love their stuff.
Check out Ryan's t-shirts. Again, he'll be in one of the boxes below. Check out some fantastic range of t-shirts. Hello
That's
to
good
everyone we've got.
t-shirts.
Chav Hunter, welcome back. Hello again.
Chav, you're banned from entering any competitions. Don't even start.
Chav has won every single competition, I think.
No wonder he keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Well, he's won every week, hasn't he? I think not every single competition, but he has won every week.
Yeah. Who else we got?
I'm logging on, and Katie Sawyer's there, and Katie Sawyer runs Matthew Lillard online. She's been a fan of mine. I did a play in Islington. We were just talking about off camera the play I did in Islington. That's when I met her before I was married 100 years ago, and now she's like a friend of mine, and she's in the chat. She's in the UK, so thank you for
Hey, Katie.
Hello.
Hi, Katie.
Thanks for joining.
Who else we got? Gringo, Night of the Night Lady, Koala Walls. That's a cool name, Koala Walls. Mag96, Marshall Mowbray, Maverick 2. Maverick 2, hi, thanks for joining us. We also know you from the Initiative Order. Thanks for joining. Mick Warrior, Mercutio 331, Neville Hi, Mike. Neville thanks for joining again. Preacher
And
557.
Sean's on. Have you mentioned Sean?
Where's Sean?
He's on.
Sean TW, yes.
Yeah.
So Sean is on. If you have any questions, Sean is our local cartoonist and artist. All the artwork that you can see behind our players, he's done all of that, and we'll have some bits and pieces below as well. We'll have his details there, so do kind of check him out. He is open for commissions available. So thank you very much, Sean. We have a little surprise for Bill and Matt soon.
Nice.
Speaking of Beast, Soda Pop, Slimp, Serranos. Hi Serranos, how you doing? Tom Toms, Phalanx. It's great to see so many names coming back and so many new names. Hello, how are you? VNK. Zombies Ain't My Brain. I just love that name. You might enjoy this one.
Oh no, there's going to be more zombies.
Shout out to Campfire, some of my peeps.
Oh, Campfire.
Yeah.
Campfire. Cool.
It's a good crowd.
Cool. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you enjoy it. Please do let us know at the end, not during. It will spoil it. And also, if you know the story, if you're a fan of Rise of the Runelords, try to keep the spoilers down. Let's see how they solve the puzzles. Let's see how they do. We are running chapter 2. So if you've already played it, if you've already read it, you know what's coming. So here we're gonna be bringing that up very, very soon. So shall we? Is everybody ready? Should we play?
Yeah, let's play.
Ready, boss.
Let's see let's see what happens, shall we? Okay, so I'm just gonna hit some buttons over here, smash some buttons over there.
Hopefully not the disconnect button.
Hopefully not. Right. So, oh, the nerves are kicked back in. That's a bit weird. Ooh. Right, here we go. And just to warn everyone who's actually watching this, I've told everyone in the chat room before we went live, but we are going to cross the streams slightly. So, do bear that in mind. We are going to, we need to do some transfer of some people across. So just kind of bear with that. But okay, everyone ready? Everyone got the drinks, the snacks, the dice, the pens.
About to get funky.
Right, here we go. We give it a go. So, this story.
Quick, Matt, go get a drink.
My game bag.
Go on, we won't hold it against you.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
No, don't say that. They always say that in horror movies.
I'll be right back. Don't talk about me.
We have to.
He had no idea he was going to be on a game today. It was a big surprise. And you can't expect him to be ready.
So the story begins. Okay, we'll wait. I've got to wait because it's about him, so I need to. Otherwise, you miss it all.
Let's all just make fun of his study.
Yeah, what's the deal with
Can
those
everybody
pillows?
see that whacked out creepy foot painting on his wall? Is that visible to the home audience?
It's not. They can only see the sofas.
We only get that in Zoom.
It's just terribly, terribly wrong.
Yeah, comment if you like his pillows or not.
Okay, sorry.
Right.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever done. Sorry.
You got a keg.
Honest, that's not the dumbest thing I've ever done.
No, it's not even in your top 10.
It's not in my top 10 today. I'm pretty dumb. All right, ready.
Here we go. Right. Yeah,
I attack!
There's no, well, you can do it in a minute, but it's only Grimm who's there. Right. So this
Before
begins.
you start, sorry, can you just do a shout out to Campfire, please?
Shout out to
Campfire.
Hi Campfire. That's one of Rup's. One of Chris's.
Yeah, I think so. It's a group of people, so yeah.
It's a group. They're doing a group watch.
Yeah, they're
Jesus.
doing a group
now
watch.
I'm nervous.
Log in individually.
Oh, cool.
It bumps our numbers up. It
They
really
are.
does. And,
It's fine.
And go to YouTube and subscribe, because that really helps as well.
Mm.
And then come back and get a beer and join in. Right, ready? Third time lucky. Here we go. So, this story, not the previous two I started, but this story begins in a land not so different from our own, but one known as the Forgotten Realms. We open this scene, imagine flying high above the crashing waves of the Sword Coast, passing towns, cities below such as Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, and of course Neverwinter, before we finally reach those beautiful snow-capped mountains and the frozen landscape beyond, known as Icewind Dale. From there, we descend to a place known as the Eastway, a place between Bryn Shander and East Haven. Thank you, John. And there we find a building known as the Giant's Bane Tavern. We then see two individuals who are walking from the tavern, caught up in a heated discussion about who is going to pay for the damages from a recent incident concerning a dragon.
I'm not paying.
See that? He queued him up. It works.
I'm not paying. No way.
I think we get the town to pay. That's my feeling about this whole thing. They all need a tavern. They're all going to chip in and help rebuild that wall.
They've been chipping in for years. The amount of money this town gives us to drink, the only place to drink in town.
Right.
I
We're
think we
needed.
take it out in the hides of those giants. That's what we do.
Oh.
We go kill giants.
All right. It's been a while, but I'm ready to go back out there. I need to do a little bit of sword sharpening. We've been retired for a long time.
We've been drunk for a long time. Who are you kidding?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
They've been pretty synonymous as far as we're concerned.
Hey,
Now,
Speaking of which, do you think there's any ale left back in there, or do you think everybody's run off with it while we've been fighting
I
the
always
dragon?
have my private stash.
All right. Well, let's go celebrate. At least we took that dragon down and didn't get anybody killed, as far as I can tell, at least.
Yes.
So one of these individuals is a stout dwarf known as Beadle, the world's greatest dungeon delver.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Dave. Thank you.
While the other is a massive man known simply as Grimm, the Giant Slayer.
Grimm the Giant Slayer. Very pleased to meet you all. And this, my abbreviated tiny little friend, Beadle here. Beadle, let's go find that private stash of yours and put our feet up on the bar for a while.
No doubt.
I'm sure nothing of any interest will happen today after all
Let
that.
the DM talk. You're going to get us in trouble.
And just as you happen to say that,
Yeah.
the ground beneath you opens and swallows you whole. Your
I
stomach
have a feeling we're going to Paizo land. Ah!
Your stomachs lurch as you free fall, and although you try to grab hold of something, you realize the only thing you can do is hold on onto each other. Your friend, your brother in
Come here.
arms.
Come here, you son of a bitch.
I choose to fall. Free fall without him. I'll take the damage.
As you both plummet into the blackness below. And then, just as suddenly, you become weightless. And marvel as you look all around you, the sight of stars and bright colours of galaxies and swirling nebulas all around you. Looking up, You see no entrance to any hole that you fell through. Just more stars.
We're in a 70s rock album.
It's Pink Floyd.
Beadle Grimm, I have brought you here for a purpose. I have been searching for unique individuals, those gifted with such heart and the courage to face dangers across the entire multiverse. But Luke Gygax was busy, so I've chosen you. There are many worlds and dimensions that exist, each one with their own set of rules. One constant exists across all of these worlds, and that is that the light must always stand before the darkness. I need your help to put right what once went wrong. I am forbidden to interfere directly.
Well, fortunately for you, I have enough courage and heart for the both of us. We will stand and do whatever is necessary.
Hold on. Listen, voice from the great abyss. I need to be very clear about something. What's in it for me?
Nothing. If you
I want
fail,
you to return me from whence you found me, cold
If you-
and hungry.
you will receive the coveted sharp medallion.
Oh!
We have 10,000 of those. We don't need any more.
Should have gone with
yes,
Eternal
oh.
Glory. Eternal Glory is always a good one.
If you fail, darkness will reign,
Think of the songs they will sing about us.
and
About
you will
our journey
cease
from
to
one world
exist.
to another.
Only you must reset the balance. I will set you on this path, but be warned, you have less than 3 hours to complete this mission.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Then let's get moving.
Again, I would just like to say, if you can move me through universes, I'm pretty sure you can up one of my ability scores by at least one. Or provide me with some kind of magic. I love magic. Just saying. Just know that right before
There
we
will be mad. Look around you. Look at the magnificent view around you. This is a powerful entity. There will be magic, I promise.
I can't take it with me. I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Voice from the Beyond, when it comes down to it, you're going to have to make a choice. Magic for Beadle or save the world. Up to you.
Are you sure we can get Luke Gygax to this?
Wait, isn't it magic for Beadle and save the world? Like, if it's a choice between the two.
I don't really care about this universe. I'm already happy with my universe. But all right, go ahead. Put us wherever you want, Mr. Voice of Omnipotence.
Disembodied voice.
And you see that before you, the stars all start to coalesce and start to zoom towards you. Your stomachs lurch once again as you suddenly freefall and land in a heap together on a cold and damp soil. The light patter of rain and the sound of distant thunder is around you. As you stand up and dust yourselves off, you realize you're standing in what appears to be a cornfield. The only light is coming from a blazing full moon. To either side of you is pillars of corn. Straight ahead in front of you is a pathway through the fields. And that ends at a crisscross. To the right, you can hear distant noises, and you can see, as you peer through the corn, what appears to be maybe a farmhouse and some people moving around quite quickly. Ahead of you, however, are two small children on the crossroads. One, maybe a boy under 10 years old, one, a little girl much smaller. And you can hear her calling out.
Smiling, happy children or like shining hallway children?
And the sounds to the right, is it combat-y or is it people at a party?
It's people calling out orders, barking orders, You hear what appears to be banging and hammering. There's a rush of activity. The children directly ahead of you, about 40 feet away, you can hear the little girl saying, "Mama? Mama?"
Not creepy at all.
What do you wish to do?
I attack the weak children. I attack them.
Hang on. Hang on. Small children. Come here. Come here quickly. Well, we'll head over to the children and try to meet them halfway.
Yep. So as you walk towards the children, you notice you hear a rustling, a quick rustling from the cornfields on your left. Just as where they are, it bursts out. This black silhouette picks up the small boy and runs back into the cornfields beyond. And the little girl who was holding her potentially her brother's hand, just kind of looks around and goes, "Billy?"
Beadle, watch the girl. I chase after the black silhouette, whatever it is.
Okay.
Pulling out my sword.
You're gonna run off. Beadle, you're stuck there. Can you do a perception check for me? It's a D20.
I rolled a 10, so 14.
Yeah. Okay, so you instantly hear...
Go ahead, sorry, what?
You instantly hear there's a noise directly coming from behind you. Sounds like someone is rushing through the corn directly behind you.
Okay, I will go...
And Grim, can you also do me a perception check?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt,
Dave, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Can you reverb the reverb down?
Is it still on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's being freaked out by God mode.
God mode. There we go. I'm back.
So I'll go invisible. So I'll cast invisible item. Can I make myself invisible, or is what's invisible item? Is it just an item, or can I make myself invisible?
No, it's an invisible an item.
Yeah, I believe it's just an item on your possession.
Oh, great. Okay, good. That's totally useless for me.
To make your clothes invisible, that would be quite amusing.
Okay,
Or like when you steal shit from me, then you could make it invisible.
Yeah.
That I like. I like that part. All right, good. I'll cast mage armor.
Okay.
And I'll prepare myself. I mean, whatever's happening, Dave, just so we're clear, I feel like whatever's happening is not good, just because it's Pathfinder and something bad's happening. So I'm gonna prepare to attack whatever comes through.
Okay, so you're standing there getting ready. You realise that you don't have all your normal equipment that you would actually carry with you. You know, you were just on a trip out of the tavern as well. So you don't have your backpack of all your gear. You just had what was some of the items and some of the stuff that was in your pockets at the time.
Oh, well, welcome to Band of Badgers, guys. Thanks for having me.
I'm a really good DM. I do this all the time. This is fine.
At least you've got
This
clothes
is our
on,
usual
Matt.
game.
At least you've got
Magical
clothes.
items are like, rocking horse shit.
It's me and John use the same rule book.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Damn it.
Then I will prepare my attack because I still feel like it's
Okay, so you're going to stand there and get ready for whatever bursts out. You're going to stand there and attack. That's fine.
Yeah, and as I do that, I'm going to double time back to the girl. I don't want her by. From what just happened, the action that was so fast, I'm going to prepare to stop if some other figure comes rushing through to grab her.
Okay. Grim, we're going to cut to you. As you rush past the little girl, you still hear her calling out, so, "Billy? Billy?" And you can hear the rustling off into another bed of corn. You hear the boy scream. Yeah. And it takes you out into a small area. You burst through the corn. The corn is slapping your face as you're kind of bursting through. And you see this humanoid monster trying to bite and tear and claw at the little boy. Ahead of them, at the foot of this cross. And on the cross, what appears to be a scarecrow. He's tied up. He's got the sack over the head, the rotted clothes and stuff. But you see his eyes are open through the mask. And you see him... What would you like to do?
This is messed up.
No, right?
Early Halloween.
All right, I'm gonna see how swords work in this universe by thrusting 2 of them into this horrible child-eating monster.
Okay, roll for attack.
Yeah. I got a, let's see, that is a 20, and
That hits.
offhand is a 16.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. Was that 16 damage, you say?
No, I'm sorry. The offhand attack was a 16.
The 2, so roll for your damage, that's fine.
So that's, let's see, that's 11 on the first one and 5 on the second one.
Okay. Nice, good. Okay, so you slice 2 hits straight into this figure. It wheels back, and you see as it turns, and you catch it in the moonlight, this elongated jaw stretches out as it howls back at you. This tongue comes out a bit like venom, this big lashing tongue as it howls.
God.
It tries to hit you back, but fails as it turns to kind of continue on trying to eat this small boy. Beadle.
Yes.
Crashing out. So now you're stepping backwards towards the little girl. From where you were standing, out bursts this huge mountain of a man figure. Do you still want to attack? You were holding an attack.
I'll say to him, state your purpose, and if it's the girl, draw your...
Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
I am Tolkus Ragnarsson.
Speak your purpose or draw your arms.
I heard children in the cornfield. I came to rescue them.
Well, we seem to be on the same team, meathead. Turn around.
No, we need to go. We need to get the... I see a little girl over there. We need to get her. Is
I've
there
got
anyone else with her?
Stay away. I don't know who you are. Stay away. Continue forward.
Tolkus is going to run straight past him and towards the girl.
Okay.
Oh, then I attack. Do you speak? I'll draw my arms and slash at you and say, you speak the queen's language. Either step back.
There is no queen in these lands. Who are you talking about?
You're haggling over the... You're both speaking common, you fool. We're on the same team. You stay away from the girl.
What is common? Look, I am just here to rescue people. That's
Then
all I'm
back
doing.
up, or you'll be the one that needs to be rescued.
Look, we need to get the people back to the chopper. We need to get to the chopper.
Chopper? What is that? So Dave, this entire time I'm backing up to the girl. And when I get to her,
the farmhouse, the house, we need to get back to the house and get in and barricade the doors. If you do not comply, we need to go. We need to go now.
I've got the little girl. I'm trying to flex.
Go that way. Take her that way. Take her that way.
I grab. But put it down. Why is the fuck I have to show me up?
Take her back. Take her back to the chopper. Get her out of here. I will go after the boy.
The meat paw with his big meaty arms.
And I'll leg it towards where I think the boy was would be if he'd been dragged off.
That's fine. And Beadle, you see where this giant man mountain was pointing. You see what appears to be a farmhouse. A few people are kind of hiding around. They look like they're hammering up the windows and the doors and trying to get organized. And you see above it the nameplate on the farm. It is called Chopper's Farm.
Oh.
So, Tolkus, you burst into a clearing, and then you see a man just as big as you trying to attack.
Bigger, someone.
Probably a little bit bigger.
We'll do the contest in a bit.
I think the shoulders are a little bit thinner.
You see what appears to be a ghoul that you've fought before. You've fought several of these now. This beast, quite severely wounded with a lash all across its side and its back. You can see rib cage sticking out and everything. And someone, again, strapped to what appears to be like a scarecrow peg. So, but they're obviously moving around.
Is the boy there?
Yeah, the boy is on the floor, and you see this big man trying to kind of drag the boy away and keeping this ghoul at bay with his sword.
Okay, Tulkas is going to draw his great axe, and he's going to rush forward to attack the ghoul. And he's going to scream at the guy, "Get the boy out of here, whoever you are."
Okay, so roll to attack and hit.
Yep.
If you roll attack and damage.
He's going to do power attack, and it's a 27 to hit.
Yep, that's fine.
And it's going to take 10 plus 11, 21, 27 plus 4 damage.
Okay, so
31.
Yeah. With that damage, how would you like to finish him?
Just lop its head clean off, basically.
Okay, so
and then look at the other guy and go, "Take the boy, run towards the house now."
I saw the house. I know what direction that is.
Yep.
I was able to see it.
Well,
through
I'm
the
pointing.
cornfield, so I have an
I'll
idea
point.
of Yeah. Okay. All right. I throw the boy. The boy is healthy. He's okay.
He's still okay. Yeah.
Not like turning ghouly or anything like that. All right. So I'll throw him over my shoulder and I'll start running.
Okay, so you're both hurtling toward. Grimm, you're hurtling towards the farmhouse. Tulkas, what are you doing? You're running with him.
No, I'm going to pull the sack off the face of the scarecrow.
Okay.
And see how far gone he is, if I can tell.
He is. So you pull it off, and there is a man underneath there wearing his kind of red farmer's outfit, and he's just kind of strung up. You do see he looks like he's a sickly change of colour, but he's still himself at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got he's bound and gagged. He wasn't able to scream or call out to you.
Okay, I'm going to do an athletics check to try and pull the... Because he's on a cross, isn't he? Did you say he's on a cross?
Yeah, he's kind of bound by the wrists.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and pull the cross out the ground and then drag him back to the house.
Go for it. Do a strength check for me.
So I roll a 30 on the athletics check to pull it out the ground.
Okay, so you ram your shoulder into this post, boom, and then you know Arnie in Commando when he just lifts a tree. He does
like
that.
this,
Boom.
like this,
and
with the biceps.
Pulls the post completely out of the ground with this guy onto it, and then it crashes down, and you're able to kind of cut the bounds. And then I assume you're going to drag him with you.
Throw him over my shoulder and run back to the chopper.
Okay, so you leap after Grimm.
Yep.
Okay, so all three of you. Beadle gets there first. Beadle, you see just on the doorway of this once very nice farmhouse, you see a small gnome-looking gentleman who's kind of barking out different orders. He's dressed in blue with a streak of white through his hair. Closer, you look behind you and you can see Grimm running up. He's got obviously got the little boy safe, and another kind of mounted man running behind him. Everybody, what would you like to do?
I run up to the gnome and say, "You there, child-sized person. I have an actual child who is in distress."
That's deeply offensive, but we'll ignore that for now. I'll take him inside. There's some bedrooms towards the back of the house, and a man of your size should be making yourself useful. We need to start pulling up these planks on the porch here, and we need to start putting them over the windows. There are ghouls and zombies in the fields, and I'm afraid we're going to have to make our stand here for the evening. We've already battled our way past two of them. I don't know who you are and where you've come from, but for now, take the child, put him with the rest of the survivors in the bedroom, and then start pulling up some planks. Who's your friend here? He looks, not as big as you, but maybe a bit more intelligent.
Not intelligent enough to turn off the mute. You know,
screaming at you in mute. I look capable is the word you're looking for. Capable?
Capable, yes.
Child man, take this child, because I too have one of those little things. And then I'll, shouldn't we create some kind of barrier between the field and the house?
we need to lock down the house. I'm not sure we can shut the entire field off. We need to pick our points. We need to put some choke points in and face off against whatever's going to approach this house. So we need to board the windows and steer them towards the path of least resistance that we control. We need to control the
Let
battlefield.
somebody that's capable do that. Hey, Dave, if I look out at the field, does the field look burnable?
Yeah, it's a cornfield. It is slightly damp, but no, it can definitely burn.
I cast. Produce flame.
Wait, Beadle, wait.
Drop the kids off. I'm working.
Maybe we should give the tiny little man a chance to tell us his plan first, since he's been here longer than we have.
Okay, fine. Can I burn the field?
Not yet. No, we wait until the undead are approaching and burn them when they're in the field. I don't know where they are at the moment.
So Dave, I'll look around. Is there like a
And I'm not intelligent enough to turn the electricity on, so please excuse me while I plug the laptop in.
I don't know this laptop you speak of.
What is electricity?
I don't know. Is there like a barn or something?
Yeah, there's a big barn. It's all kind of dark and shuttered up at the moment, but there's a barn. It's further past the house. You're literally on the porch of this quite a large farmhouse.
Grimm, come with me.
Okay.
Let's find.
But wait, first I take the 2 children, put them inside the house. Say, children, go, run to the bedroom, join the other survivors. Don't leave this house, no matter what.
My name's Elias. Who are you two?
Unless you're needed for bait.
Grimm, you find that the little girl just holds on to your finger. She doesn't seem to let go, even though you're barking orders.
Okay.
That's not going to end well for the little girl.
Beadle, hold on 1 second. All right, I pick them both up and I run into the house. I'm trying to find some other survivor that I can let her latch onto.
Yep. So into the house, you see a number of other people. There are various farm hands who all kind of look bloodied and muddy and sweaty. You see a half-orc woman in the corner trying to help and administer first aid. You see a kind of a very short halfling, a bit disheveled, wearing a coat that's 3 sizes too big. For some reason, he seems to be handing out gold sweets. And one guy who sits at the kind of the archway to the kitchen, just kind of nonchalantly leaning back and but dressed in quite refined attire.
Do I see the 2 children with this guy running past?
You see it again. You see this man mountain coming in with this one little girl who's a toddler. It's like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And who won't let go of his finger, and then he's got the other boy just carrying quite easily.
2 more? Are they hurt? Hello? 2 more?
2 more, but no, they're not hurt. But they seem to be a little bit too attached to me. Is there? Do they belong to somebody here? Anybody? There's the parents of these children.
Parents are probably in the back room, but you can leave them here, and we'll see to them.
They could be mine, but I don't know.
Harrison, shut up. Do something useful.
There's a lot of backstory there that we don't have time for.
You don't know the half.
Tune in tweak.
I'll see if I can hand the children off, if she'll let me go in exchange for somebody else's hand.
Yeah, you see a couple of the farm hands kind of try to. They're not the parents or anything, but they try to kind of take you away. You obviously know that they're scared. They're not fighters in any sense, and obviously you have all these kind of weapons strapped to your body and everything. They obviously want you out there rather than trying to be a babysitter. Right.
So I hand the children off. Don't worry, everyone. I will save you, and some of these people will help. And I head out.
I don't suppose anyone has some cool whip.
Oh, come on. Okay. So, how hurt are these people that I'm probably treating?
Some of them have gashes, and a lot of them are just kind of dehydrated. They're not just scared; they are terrified of what's been going on. They're thirsty, they're hungry, they're scared, And so far, Elias has kind of, if you want to kind of explain what you've been up to, Elias, in terms of for the audience's sake.
Bit of backstory.
So our good friend Sila and of course Bear, he pointed us towards the farmlands as a possible source of the nest of ghouls. You know, he had encountered some himself, managed to fight his way through the ghoul disease, and lived to tell another day and try and track his lordship. Had been leaving notes for Rupp at the various sites of these murders in Sandpoint. So we found the map in the sanatorium, and it seemed to indicate that the ghouls were either heading towards or coming from possibly Foxglove Manor. So we've headed out into the hinterlands, we've headed out into the farmlands, and we've spent the last 18 hours or so gathering up survivors, sending people on their way to Sandpoint who have carts and horses. And we've got the last of the survivors now that don't have any other means of keeping themselves safe or getting to Sandpoint before nightfall. And we've got here to the Chopper farmhouse, where we're going to make, in essence, our stand for the evening, so we don't get caught out in the open with wandering zombies and ghouls and God knows whatever else is out there waiting for us to drop our guard.
So, Grimm, as you burst back to the front door, you see Beadle. What's the plan? You also see Tolkus there as well.
Oh, I'm back, am I? Okay.
Well, Rupp and Yelena have been helping the survivors in the bedrooms. I've tried to keep Harrison out of the way as much as possible and give him menial tasks to do to keep him busy. I could really do with some muscle, if I'm honest.
Hold the blood. Hold the blood.
No, keep it away from me.
Rob, I have a man here. He's been bitten. I don't know if it's too far gone.
Okay, right. Give us a sec. I just got this one. So pop him down over there.
So Togus dumps him down on the ground next to the other ones that Rupp's treating.
Is he still on the cross? Like literally?
No,
he's
he cut him off.
Okay, right.
We need to continue the barricading.
Yeah, Harrison, can you help with that? Can you help with the barricading?
Well, I suppose. I'm not very good with a hammer, but I can hold something in place.
So me and Harrison will go off and start barricading the doors, Dave.
Okay.
Don't hit my hand, please.
Beadle Grimm, what would you like to do?
I'll say to Grimm, I think that we should try to find some kind of flammable liquid if possible. Maybe some grain alcohol or something that we can douse the fields with to see if we can start a fire.
Sound like a bad idea, as long as we don't.
It's way better than hammering. It's way better than hammering 2x4s into a door. Way more heroic.
I agree with that. Where are you thinking we'll go? Is there any place else around here, like sheds and smaller buildings?
There's a big barn towards the back of the house. You haven't checked out the house yet, so there might be some stuff in there.
I think we should check out that barn.
So we'll make our way double time to the barn because we don't want to get caught on the outside as they're coming. Do we have any sense of how close they are?
You've only seen the ones which are in the cornfield, so that's there. But as you go around the side of the house, you can see the barn. It's maybe about 60 feet back from the house, all drenched in shadow and darkness. But you see glimpses of clusters of shadows of people moving. And then every now and then they kind of get a glimpse of the moonlight shining through the clouds. And you see that they're kind of wandering, and the moan comes out. And then you realize that a lot of these are just zombies moving towards you.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So it does not feel like a good idea to go running to the barn.
Yeah, maybe we bail on the whole barn idea.
Well, I just go fast. I just double time.
Okay. You double time into 50 zombies.
Stick to the house. The company is now called Grimm's.
Grimm, grabs you by the scruff of the neck and just pulls you back.
Fine. If you don't want to be a hero today, maybe tomorrow we can do it. All right, I'll start boarding up the doors with Harrison, who seems completely useless at this point.
You've got it completely right.
I'll take a look at him and I'll say, there's still a chance that we could use some bait out front. You want to go?
Well, I suppose we could use the children first, but.
What is your alignment?
Don't leave these two together.
From this point forward, I have a blood oath against Dave. Dave, I have a blood oath against Harrison, and I'm looking for an opportunity to put one in his back.
We all are. Okay.
Of course, I'm joking. I'm joking, of course.
Came out pretty trippingly.
Okay, so you'll just you start putting the planks. You're ripping up the planks from the outside porch, from the inside floorboards of some of the rooms, and trying to kind of get strong and situated. And just as the zombie horde come around the corner of the building, they come up to the doors and start boom, 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 pounding on those doors.
I'll go to the doors they're pounding on, Dave, and attempt to brace them.
Okay, so you're just kind of holding the doors.
Yeah.
Full brace. Yeah.
Let me know if you want me to make an athletics check.
Do an athletics check. Yep.
That is 26.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. You've got the double doors at the front, and you feel it going boom, and you manage to just kind of push back. You're checking the wood and the boards, and you feel you're okay.
I'll look over to the big guy, Grimm, and say, "Hey, you! Come help me brace the door, quick!"
All right then. You look like you have the same kind of ideas that I do. I think you and I are going to be on the same page, Tulkas.
Yes. I'll sidle up to my mute now. I'll sidle up to Beadle. So there's a little game I like to play when we find ourselves.
There's no time for games. There's zombies outside.
It's always time for games. You seem to suffer from the same sort of emotional response as poor Rupp does. He gets a bit overexcited. I like to calm him down because he performs better in calm situations. So I like to have a little bet with him about who's going to take down the most creatures, who's going to take down the most goblins and stuff like that. Of course, I always win, but I like to at least give him the idea.
You are way too calm! There are zombies outside. These are not goblins.
Who's screaming? Oh my god, no! What's happening? I come running into the room and there's I'm running circles around them.
No, it's fine. It's fine. See, what I'd like to propose is a little bit of a wager. A wager, see?
Why are you so calm?
It's fine. We have a plan. I've had time to plan. These lot don't plan. They like to go for a walk in the forest and just take things as they find them. And it normally ends up bad. But anyway, Rupp.
What?
This party has survived how many episodes?
Oh, plenty. Rupp. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little wager here. Me and you. Shush! Don't say anything else. Me and you against what were your names again?
Beadle.
I'm Elias, and this one. I'm Beadle. Of course. Unfortunately, we're not in a dungeon, so that probably levels the playing field. And the large man over there is.
I am Grimm, the Giant Slayer.
Grimm.
But I slay other things as well, so don't worry about it.
Well, I'd like to propose a little wager. So you and Grimm, who look pretty competent, I have to say, and you probably can handle yourselves pretty well, but you go up against myself and Rupp, and we'll see who can take down the most undead before the night's over.
Not competent right now. Not competent.
Don't worry, Rupp. Just leave it with me. It's fine.
Someone say wager.
Sounds like my kind of wager.
I have to say, I have clearly run into the wrong effing house. I should have gone to the barn. I want to go back and go to the barn.
There are already zombies outside.
It's rated R, Matt. You can F-bomb. Don't worry about it.
I don't like F-bombing. But I fucking should have gone to the barn.
Hey, you guys, keep the noise down. We're trying to brace the door here, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, you brace the door, brace away. We're just having a little bet.
I don't want to bet. I want to survive. But I'll take your bet, son of a bitch. What is the wager? Magic. You got magic?
I've got magic. See, I'd like to propose. I'd like to propose this. You know, I don't know where you've come from, but you might have travelled quite a way to get here. And well, I like travel. And I have a small little spell that I like to use called a sigil. And I'm a little funny in my own little ways. I like to mark things as you know, maybe like a badger marking his scent. And so what I'd like to propose is if Rupp and myself score more kills than you and Grimm, is that you wear my sigil into your next adventure. You wear the badger paw into your next adventure. It won't last very long, I know, but you know, I like to make me mark and travel it forward. I'm looking for the end of my bloody charges.
What happens if we win? What do you have to wear?
It was under the desk,
I'm not
but
really worried
the
about
missus
you
has
winning.
tidied it away.
I'm not really worried about you winning. Anything you have, I'm just gonna pry off your dead body anyways. So your badger mark is gonna come with me either way because I'm just gonna take it.
We're dying?
No, we're not dying, Rupp. We're surviving. We're definitely surviving.
At the rate we're talking, we are going to be dead before the second round.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. I'm excited now. So
Where's Yelena?
Where's Yelena?
Yelena's going to poke her head round the door and go, "Can you stop betting? We want to fucking live."
No, it's fine. So I'll even dish out some items. You don't seem to have much, so well, we've got some bits and pieces, and I'll start searching through the old pocket of my coat and stuff, and I'll pull out the bastard sword +1, and I'll hand it off to Grimm.
Oh,
I've got a
like
breastplate +1 as well somewhere, so you can have that as well. I'm sure you don't wear any armor there, Beadle. You look like
It's not my specialty.
While all this is happening, Yelena's just going to come in and gradually take Rupp away, take him into the other room again.
This is where we lose Steve now.
Yeah,
So-
I think his charger's gone.
Everyone beware that we might lose. Our cameras might adjust in a sec.
Yeah, to be fair, that he did say that he couldn't handle electricity.
We were warned.
Not a lot of people realise that Steve is actually from the 1800s.
Okay. Is there an upstairs in this place?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Can we go upstairs?
There is no upstairs, but you can search the other rooms. We have other rooms available for you.
All right. As I go off to search the other room, is there a zombie that we brought back in, or a guy that's turning into a zombie?
There was someone who was bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that I brought back, Matt, was already bit, so he will be transforming, but not just yet.
Good. So as I walk by, I'll cast and I'll attack him. I'll coup de grace.
Okay, he's laying on the floor with Rupp kind of attending backwards and forwards, backwards.
Oh
and
no,
forwards.
I'm with Elena right now.
I'm just calming Rupp down.
Sidestep Rupp.
I'll sit next to him and I'll pull my dagger and I'll say, "I'm starting my count now," and I'll coup de grace.
Hold on. Steve has just come back, I think.
Sorry.
Steve, welcome
While
to the
you were
21st
away,
century.
While you were away, I got my first kill.
Yeah, Matt just killed you.
Sadly. That's one.
Well, you
sorry about that. No, it wasn't the electricity. It was the internet. I do apologise. Sorry.
Oh, bloody internet.
Internet. Right. So you're standing next to this guy. The guy is laying on the floor. He looks pretty bad. You see a big bite mark into his neck. He's sweating. He's looking bad.
Dave, I'll sit down next to him. Like, are you okay? How do you feel? And I'm literally not trying to be a dick, but I'll sort of like gently I'll pat his hair, like, don't worry, and I'll grab my dagger and I'll end him. I'll put the dagger through his throat into the back of his spine.
Yep. So he goes to talk to you. He's got his hand on there. You can see the blood and pus and stuff oozing out, and he kind of goes to speak to you, and then you through the neck into his spine.
And I'll look back at Elias and I'll say to him, The only way we live is if we do everything 100% correct. Does everyone understand that?
I understand that most of all. Absolutely.
So
Elias,
fun and
what
games
is the
aside,
little bearded man saying?
Sorry, Togus, what'd you say?
What is the little bearded man saying, Elias? I can't hear him.
He's saying we need to follow the plan, which is what I've been telling you for ages now.
Ah, plans.
Plan's not in my dictionary, I'm afraid.
You see,
Whenever we follow plans, things don't go fun.
You see one of the older farmers who kind of stands up and comes over to you, Beadle, and he's quite grizzled. He's obviously a bit scared and frantic. He's got his whole kind of weather-beaten hat on. He's covered in blood and muck. And he said, that was the right thing to do there, boy. I've seen what happens with those bites. Nasty piece of work, that. But you did good. You get my vote.
Thanks.
Treasure that, Beadle. Doesn't happen very often.
I was here a few days. This all started. Here's the plot. This all started.
We didn't see it coming. Why did you tell us?
Here's the plot.
Exposition farmer.
The local farmers here. They started, some of the ones, they started talking about walking scarecrows. And they came out into the fields at night to feed. Now nothing was ever seen, but I can tell that plenty was heard. There were screams in the dark, and there were glimpses of people being chased through fields and out over the moors and by ungodly things. Some of our neighbours, they visited the farms, and in the morning they found them empty. People were just gone. At first we thought we're independent farmers. Us, we banded together. We got some torches and some pitchforks and the dogs, and we came here. We thought we could do this, and yesterday it became too much. I was the only one to make it to the house. I was the only one who survived. Some of them they dragged to the floor and they ripped and were biting chunks out of their bodies. I can hear them scream, and then moments later they would stand up. And I know what zombies are, but I could see them. These are my friends. Some of them were family, and I could see them. And then some, they were just dragged into the cornfields, and again we could hear them screaming. We don't know what they were doing. And even the dogs, they even ate the dogs. And with that, it just kind of pulls off his head, and you can see he is just in permanent shock after.
He pulls off his head.
His
hat.
Harrison sees this.
The villain. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you damn meddling heroes.
Yeah.
Dave, I'm gonna continue as I paused just long enough to listen to the plot. I immediately go, time is of the essence. And I'll make my way to the rest of this house. And what I'm looking for is something to burn. Like, I'm looking for a liquid to burn. I'm looking for like a cooking oil or some lard or some grain alcohol, something that I can use to hurl as like a Molotov cocktail or something.
I love the idea of lard. That's brilliant.
Smearing lard all over.
Is there anybody else in the group who fights from a distance other than Beadle? Like somebody else we could put up on the roof?
Everyone.
Fight from a distance.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody else is ranged. I am the only close-up person. Apart from Harrison, if you count Harrison.
Yes, excuse me. I can fight from range. I'm not very.
I haven't seen any reason to count Harrison yet.
Oh, I see. You've met Harrison then. You come to know his
legend.
Size.
Although I will say it's better if I'm near you guys. I can help you.
Excellent. How?
I've got these things that help us against dead things. Like I can make your weapons like glow and stuff like that.
Question.
Call him the Candy
What
Man.
are you waiting for?
Well, I'm not sure. Right? I take I take 2 of your weapons and like concentrate for a little bit, and a purple light emanates from the coin on my chest, and it just your weapons start to like shimmer a little bit with this purple light. I cast disrupting weapons on your weapons, so you get D4 extra damage to undead.
Ooh, I like that. Well done.
Can I? So while Beadle's looking for something flammable, I'd like to go back to the farmer and pull out the map that we got from Silek and ask him to try and identify where we are on the map, which farm we've managed to end up at. Try and find where we are in relation to Foxglove Manor and our eventual destination.
Okay, you are in the middle of the hinterlands. So it's the middle of the farms, the farmstead in the hinterlands. So it's slap in the middle.
Okay.
Whilst we're barricaded this front door, is there a back door that we could have missed?
Well, let's search the rest of the house and find out exactly what rooms we've got. We know we've got the survivors in the bedroom. We've covered up the windows where we can. Try and concentrate them on one place and make the most of our area of effect spells and attacks. Let's search the rest of the house and see what we can find.
So Dave, real quick, can I just get a lay of the situation? Are there zombies in this very moment pressing against the door trying to get in?
Yes, there's a front porch. There's a front porch and a front door. So Steve, if you bring up the map ready, and we'll just use the group token. Let me know when it's up.
Group token.
So what it is, you got the house, but the house itself is in a right terrible state. There's obviously something has gone on before everyone's just turned up. There's blood marks, and there's furniture's overturned. There's a few kind of weapons around, daggers and bits and pieces. Look like spiked boards are on the floor. And however, when you go into the kitchen, you find a mutilated body, or 2 mutilated bodies are lying on the farmhouse kitchen table. And although the corpse is already decaying, and it looks like it's several days old, it's swarming with flies, our players will know there is what looks to be a 7-pointed star has been carved onto the chest of the man. It's still plainly visible, even under all the kind of swelling and all the flies and stuff. And pinned to the cloth, as his shirt is ripped open, it's just hanging off the edge of the side of the table, is a pinned piece of cloth. Pinned to his cloth is a note. And that note is addressed to her up.
It's for you.
Oh no, not another one. I've been having several of these from a correspondence I never wanted to have.
Correspondence if you're not replying.
You can read.
Yeah, can't you?
Don't worry about it.
Well, not very well, but better at halfling.
Well, read it.
Okay, right, sure. Just calm down, okay? I'm just trying to...
I attack.
I nervously open the letter as I'm looking at this dwarf in front of me.
Okay, you open the letter and you'll see it appear slowly in Twitch.
Okay. Give it 20 seconds.
I fear you. I hate you. You must fear me and hate me as well. You may unmask me, so I must unmask you first.
Well, that doesn't sound creepy in the slightest, Rup. I don't know what you're worried about.
That's pretty normal.
Rup, I think you have some explaining to do, old chap.
Yeah,
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Maybe later.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
Who's your lordship?
I don't know. This guy's been calling him. He likes the name, I guess. But we have no idea.
You said there are others. What do the others say?
The others were. Give me a sec. they were saying, "Come to the misgiving soon to meet the rest of the pack," and stuff like that. It's weird. It's weird messages. But we saw it on another dead body in town, similar to this one with the 7-pointed star.
And it had your name on it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been thinking he's dodgy for a while now.
It's
Yes.
right, dodgy indeed.
He's a right dodgy geezer.
We met someone called Blind Sage, but you know.
Yeah, but that was in the asylum, but that was a while ago. Maybe I don't know what it means. I don't know why me. We've been trying to figure out like what in my past this has come to, but I can't see how I haven't got involved in anything like this.
The first time, was there undead? Was there zombies around?
Well, no, but we did find the flesh of undead almost at the scene. And we kind of saw some people who had been murdered come to life as such.
That's a zombie. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
of course.
exactly a zombie.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We know it's kind of a disease. I can cast the spell but I'd never want to. It's a disease that it materializes over a few days. Like people get ghoulish cravings and they start wanting to eat their friends and stuff like that, and then they die but don't really die. It's very weird.
They become the Walking Dead, I suppose.
Yeah, kind of. And then they're all about brains and stuff like that.
That's kind of becoming The Walking Dead?
Well,
Yeah, what it is.
That sounds like yes, they're becoming the. Okay, excellent, good. We know what we're
That's
up
not
against.
good, Grim. That's not good. We are here. We've been sent by a higher power to save the world. No big deal.
A higher
That's
power?
the kind of heroes we are.
What did he look like?
She, first of all, I said
She?
a higher power, not a normal power.
Oh, okay. Well, once we get out of this situation, please tell me everything.
First of all, I'll continue to search the house. Anything else? I mean, it doesn't look like this creature is coming back to life. Is that correct, Dave? In fact, I'll cut its head off. I'll cut its head off.
Just to be sure, yeah.
Yeah, heads off. And then checking this room, anything else of particular interest? Or a window or door that we have to bar and secure?
No, you've got several windows in there. Some of them are cracked or smashed. And people have been in the process of trying to kind of board them up. Board them up as well.
Okay.
So, Steve, can you put the token in the front room area? So, this is for my players, not necessarily the audience. If you look at your dungeon fog, you'll see the kind of the lay of the land, where the rooms are situated, and you, the audience at home, you can see part of the map, part of the household.
Should I go to the? Oh, I see it. Okay. I'm going to the website. I'm not looking at Twitch, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Is
see,
there any way of getting on the roof without going outside?
There's no loft space. There's no hatch.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still a good idea.
You can figure out a way to get up there. It'd be fine.
Is it all wood? This
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
structure.
Wooden farmhouse structure. Yeah.
I'm sure Tulkus is strong enough to get something there, right? With your
Tulkus
axe.
is holding the door at the moment.
Yeah, I know. Keep holding the door, please.
Can actually, Dave, while we're there, can me and Grimm actually see through any gaps in the door to see how many ghouls there are outside?
Yeah. So if you cut to where you are at the front double doors, you see the zombies, but in between the zombies, you see people who are more like the ghouls you've been seeing, the elongated mouth with a licking tongue, all these big claws. In fact, I can put a picture up for you as well.
We like pictures. Does mean I have to look away from the screen for a sec to see it.
Yep. Here we go. So that's what they kind of look like. But they're obviously far more intelligent than what the zombies are. And some of them have been kind of come up to the door and kind of testing it, and the windows nearby and testing it. But every now and then you hear whispers seem to be coming from the crowd of zombies, which are probably these ghouls in there. And they seem to be saying, "Dead by dawn. Dead by dawn."
So Telkos turns to Grimm and says, "Do you hear that?"
They think we'll be dead by dawn.
Yes. They are wrong.
Exactly.
How long do we have until dawn? What's the
About
time?
Don't worry.
hours.
If they get inside, we'll be dead long before dawn.
It was midnight when you started, so you've been doing this for about it's under an hour for all of the stuff you've just been talking about.
Okay.
Suppose it's time for a nap.
Can
Dave, give me an estimate number. Just peeking out here. Am I guessing 20? Am I guessing 50? Am I guessing 100? Like, what's my
where
sense?
you can see, most of them seem to be pushing on this door. It's like they've been organised by the ghouls organising the zombies to attack certain points. And you can see there are breaks between the house and the cornfields and the pathway and the road. The only light source you've got is the moon. But you do see more kind of on the outskirts as you look out. And as you see, just to kind of silhouette it quite nicely, you see two figures on a hilltop, the silhouettes of one. One seems to be raising up quite a long sword. And the other is next to him and he's kind of stooped over a little bit, but holding two like dagger shapes. And the one who's kind of quite is held himself quite regally almost, pulls the sword down, cuts it through the air. And the one that's hunched over screams and howls. And you can see it and it echoes through. And as the echo kind of reaches you in the farmhouse, you hear similar howls coming from different figures in the crowd directly in front of you as they all howl in the same kind of manner. And the hunched over on the hill kind of starts bounding down and disappears into the corn.
Right.
I think we should
How
get ready.
many?
can I
How
try?
many are at the door at the moment? Sorry, how many are at the door at the moment?
A lot.
Too many to count.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
try
go back
and-
as well.
Party.
Sorry, Elena,
Can-
go ahead.
Can I try and pry some of the roofing off so I can get out and onto the roof?
Yeah, go for it. So you pull up a chair and start smashing
Yep.
to the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
what
you-
do you want? Strength check?
Do a strength
Or
check and then a
athletics?
perception check for me, please.
Okay. Oh, that's rubbish. That's a 9
On the
for my
strength check.
strength. Yeah. I
So you're
rolled
trying
a
to
6.
smash it with your staff.
I probably am. It's not going well.
Okay, so you're banging like a broomstick onto the roof.
I
onto
see
the-
her.
onto the
As
ceiling.
as she starts to do that, I'll hit it with a frost cantrip
Yeah.
to try to make that wood a little more brittle, giving her some kind of hopefully a bonus to busting through.
Yeah, you
Good
cast
idea.
a spell. Does it have a damage roll to that as well?
Yeah, I'm sure it
Go for that.
is.
To try and distract zombies or ghouls or whatever that may be outside from that sort of noise that's going on, I'm going to go up to the window in the front room on the corner there.
Yep.
I've just highlighted in Dungeon Fog.
Yep.
I'm going to view out at the crowd of zombies that's at the front door at the moment, and I'm going to drop a fireball onto the porch and try and take them out in one go.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So,
So,
roll
It's a
1d
reflex
damage.
saving throw.
Yep. That's not good. Yeah, you're doing a reflex saving throw on a zombie.
Yeah.
So,
If they make it, I'm going to be really bummed out.
sorry, I didn't tell you the number, did I?
Natural
So
20!
the DC is 21.
Right, so there's no chance of that at all.
Okay, so every single one of them that's in a 20-foot radius takes 25 points of damage.
Okay, so just outside on the porch, you detonate a fireball. Everyone hears and sees the porch, and through the light, the blaring light streams through the windows, all the cracks in the walls and the door, and you just glee and delight as they're just basically candles now, just burning, still walking around and burning. You see them bumping into the door as they some of them start to pitch down, and then 2 of them that were in that crowd start screaming and howling as they race off into the cornfields, setting off you see the flames licking at the corn as they run into it. Which is
the ones running away, those are clearly ghouls rather than zombies, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
And none of them fell, so it doesn't count for any death.
I can't believe you got that in first, because exactly what I was going to ask is how many I took down.
How many did?
Sharon, I rolled 13 damage on that.
Yeah, okay, so you start to freeze up the top of the roof as Yelena is banging away and starts to chip at it, and it weakens it enough that you start to make a hole, and you can start to kind of leverage some of the panels down and the ceiling and stuff.
Nice. And I'll give you a boost to get up.
Yeah. There's like a crawl space up there, so you can definitely get up there.
Yeah. So I'll say to you, God, I'll go right behind you. I got your back.
Okay, that's good of you. I will climb up and hope. I'll kind of turn around and hold my hand out to help you pull you up.
I'll take it because I'm small. And as I'm getting up there, I'll just say to you, I just wanted to get away from that Rump character.
Oh, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with Rupp. He's a little bit afraid most of the time.
Yeah. He's not helping my anxiety at all.
You get used to it after a while. But he's good to have around. He's a good guy.
I just elbow Harrison and just I don't like that Beadle character. He's really in your face, isn't he, Harrison?
Do I hear that? Because I attack. I thought I hated Harrison, but now I just hate Rump.
So Yelena, you get hoisted up and pushed up into the kind of crawl space. It's thick with webs and it's completely pitch black in there. And then you kind of maneuver yourself around so you can put your arm down and help Beadle kind of get up into the crawl space with you.
Yep.
Can you both do a perception check for me, please?
Okay. Ooh, 30.
30?
You got. What's your modifier for perception?
Got to be at least around +10, maybe.
Oh.
If you've got the character sheet, it's.
There's. I see. It's my bad. But you have a 30, so that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, she spotted anything you've missed. That's for sure.
Even in Pathfinder, Beadle has a 0 perception.
Okay.
For reference, yours is 8, Matt.
Okay, thank you.
So Yelena, you hear as you're kind of crawling around, you get Beadle up in there, and you kind of turn back. It's a long kind of tunnel. It stretches the entire length of the building. It's just a small kind of triangular crawl space, and you hear some kind of scratching on the wall behind you. It's outside, but you hear it going up, and then you hear it stomp, 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 as something is literally running across the rooftop, all the way to the other end, to this very dark triangular tunnel that you're looking down. It's on the outside.
They're on the roof.
And there's no ventilation. You know, sometimes they have that vent in the house, like on the front of the house and the back of the house, to let the heat out. Is there anything like that here?
No, you got no vent shaft. You do have the chimney, but this is not in the area where you are. And there is a good time for everyone to take a break.
Oh!
I haven't killed anything yet.
You will after
Nothing's
the
killed us yet.
So can we clarify? Did the fireball take any down?
No.
It's the score at the moment.
Down. It took zombies down.
That still
but not
counts.
I took one down. I'm winning. I have a confirmed kill. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna grab a drink.
To everyone who's watching, we'll take a quick break. We're gonna show a quick ad, which is the Kickstarter ad for Beadle Grimm. Obviously, do check it out. We'll put the link in live chat, and we will be back with a Q&A session for both Bill and Matt. Put your questions into live chat, and we'll see you in a minute. Bye.
In a bit.
horrible movie back in the 90s. Can we start again? It's me, Matt! Hi. I'm major motion picture star Matthew Lillard. Hi. All right, Sam. I'm Matthew Lillard. What's the line? You just do whatever the fuck. I almost had it. I got booger on my shirt. What's the first line? I was in terrible movies during the 90s. You grew up on them and you watched them, sucker. My name is Matthew Lillard. You may know me as Beadle from Beadle and Grimm's. Last couple of years, our company is focused primarily on the DM, creating battle maps, in-world handouts, jewelry items, and of course, stuffed animals. Now it's time to focus on you, the players. Because when we gather around a table, we're not there to hear a story, we're there to tell a story. All of us. And sometimes that story goes on for years and is remembered only on coffee-stained scraps of paper or 3 random journals. But worst of all, it's in your head. And why is that bad? Because I'm not that smart. Bill's way smarter than me. When he says it's Grimm that killed the frost giant that was on its way to destroy the town, I can't really argue with him because I don't have it on a journal. And if I had it in a journal, sitting on a bookshelf, you could just say, hey, check out my journal. We all know the problem with a journal. In a real game, when are you gonna use that thing? On a real night of gaming, you bounce from a core rule book to the advanced player's guide, and of course your character sheet. And the entire game goes like boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, 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 boom. You never go back to this thing. And again, the story is only in your brain, and Bill's telling you that he is the real champion. But what if? Stay with me here. What if, Charlie, thanks. What if we created a single book specifically tailored for your character class? And what if it had an enormous character sheet to record every detail of your character? Every stat, every strength, weakness, magic item, enemy, ally, even your familiar. And then took all the official Pathfinder rules, the spells, feats, and skills that you need for your class and your class only, and combined that with an expansive journal to capture your story. And obviously it's only useful if it's on heavy paper to handle the years of wear and tear, and bound on a lay-flat binding so you can use every inch of it. And of course, us being us, we add amazing artwork from across the Pathfinder universe, as well as our own custom pieces, commissioned specifically for this book. And that's why I'm here today, to introduce you to Beadle and Grimm's complete character chronicle. Character sheet, rulebook, journal, all in one. The tools to tell your story and the pages to preserve it. If my story had been included in one of these, I'm pretty sure that Beadle, the greatest dungeon delver ever, would have been the true hero of the group. Not Bodum, not Tanner, and definitely not Grimm. Because it all would have been written down, the incontestable truth. Or at least, a well-documented lie. Which is just as good. I'm Matthew Lillard, and we are Beadle and Grimm.
Hello. I'm not in God mode, am I?
No, you're not in God mode.
Hello. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying. Thank you for putting up with some silly stories, really. I'm quite enjoying it now. That could be the alcohol kicking in. I think the adrenaline is like to spiked. I mean, I've been 48 hours just adrenaline running. This has been great. So let's see who we got in the chat. We'll wait for Matt to come back, and then we can start firing up the questions. The questions have been coming in, which is good. You can use. We've got questions over Twitter as well. You can use Twitter. You can use live chat. It doesn't matter.
Hammer into a cat.
Agnalox. Oh, there's a cat. Oh.
Yeah, that's all.
Nice.
Say hello, Ollie.
Battered Bird. Hello, Battered Bird. Cumula, Davelin, Ipsidic. It's Vodo. Oh, we're Tomb of Annihilation.
Not an oboe.
Jason Borman. Hello. I hope that's the Jason Borman. Hello. I was talking to Dan. I hope you got my email. I was talking to Dan yesterday. Jason Borman, if you don't know, check out his two streams he's got going on that I know of. Is Maul Arena on YouTube. Check that out. And also Band of Bravos. Nothing to do with Band of Badgers, but Band of Bravos. Check them out.
But we should have a band off.
Yeah.
We should have a
sure.
battle of the
Battle of the
bands.
The battle
Right.
of the bands off.
Too easy.
Yeah. Leo Horn, Lauren Martin, Matthew Lillard. Hello, Matthew Lillard. Here he is. He's in chat.
That's nice of him to swing by.
Yeah, Mercutio. Hello. Mr. Soko UK. Mr. Chelly. Let's have a look. Who else we got? One Card Larry. Hello, One Card Larry. That's Pete. Hello, Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Give him a grenade.
Still with us? Yeah, give him a grenade. Preacher 5571. Hello. Romeo Indigo Echo. Cool name. Serranos. Sean Sunday. Sean, how you doing? What time is it there? Hold on. It's the Friday morning for you, isn't it? Is it 7 o'clock yet? 8 o'clock? So Sean Sunday is an artist. Also works for a company called Ardent Roleplay. Fantastic AR stuff they're doing. And he's the creator. He personally, not Ardent, is the creator of the Player's Shield. It's like a DM shield, but for players. It's a bit smaller. It's fantastic. I've got a copy.
Really is good. Really good.
We'll be showing it off on tomorrow's Tomb of Annihilation game. So tune in if you want to see more. Spamwads, Stu Lou 89, Tom Toms, thanks. Tuned Chaos, thank you everyone for joining us. Will Dockerell, thank you very much. Jasinator, hello. That's great. And Zombies Ate My Brains, he's still here. Thank you very much. Again, thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you everyone.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah,
spread the word.
What we'll do is while Matt's away, this could be a good time for Bill to let us in on a few secrets. But so we've got some questions coming in.
Okay.
And for most of us, we're all kind of fans of Beadle and Grimm anyway, as you know, because we've been talking for a while now. So we know how and why Beadle and Grimm was started. But when you first met Matt, what was the first impression you got?
Oh, this is gonna get.
Be honest, Bill. Be honest.
And while he's away,
not in the room at the moment.
go for it.
Yeah, right,
be honest
right,
while
right.
he's not there.
This is my chance. So Matt and I met in acting school in New York, and he, he was exactly the same guy that he is now. I mean, he's super energetic, super charismatic guy, very outgoing, and I am not normally those things. So it took us, I think it took us a little bit of time to hit it off, but we both really like to create things outside of just what we did in the theater school. So I think the way that we kind of finally kind of pulled together and became friends was I organized a mafia game. I don't know if you guys have ever played any of those. They go by 100 different names, but basically one of those games where everybody sort of breaks up into families and you all have dart guns, and it's like this 24-hour-a-day game that goes on for weeks where you're trying to find ways to kill each other off, but you're doing it through the course of your normal life. So like you're hunting people down on the street and waiting outside their door of their apartment when they leave in the morning. It's a completely messed up psychotic game. Matt, we're talking about the Mafia game from Circle.
You're on mute, Matt.
And you're on mute. But anyway, so I organized this game and we all played it and everybody really bought in because it's a bunch of actors and we're all crazy anyway. So in Manhattan, everybody just going crazy in this Mafia game that went on for weeks. I remember I was in a New York subway at night and I had a dart gun with me, and this stranger comes up to me in the subway and goes, "Oh, you've got a gun?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I've got a real one." And he pulls the gun out of his belt. And like,
America.
It was such a stupid thing to do, but it was a lot of fun. But I think that was, I'm trying to remember, Matt, I think that was kind of like one of the things that kind of brought us together was those things that we did outside. We produced some plays and that's what kind of brought Matt and John and I and Paul together as a group, and then Charlie, of course, is my brother, so he and I were already a group.
Yeah, and just to say yes to that, John and I lived together for years, and you and Paul lived together for years, and so it was like two pods, And then D&D. I mean, quite frankly, we're a bunch of kids playing. Oh God, I gotta take this. Sorry. I know that we're doing a Q&A. I've got life stuff going on, so I'll be right back.
No worries, Matt. No worries.
Yeah, so we start.
We have a habit of doing that, doesn't it?
Get used to it. Like halfway through, it was a 2-year program at school, and about halfway through, I remember we were watching the Super Bowl, and we were all football fans, and so we were watching the Super Bowl together, and D&D came up, and we realized that we all played. And so after the game, we went to the theater, and somebody had keys. I don't remember why, but the theater there was a Broadway theater Circle in the Square that our school was in, and we broke into the theater and went down into the theater lobby and set up a table, and that's where we played our first D&D game together, like awesome. In this Broadway theater lobby till 3 a.m. playing D&D. And that's kind of how this whole thing started.
That's amazing.
That's a longer answer than you were expecting, wasn't it?
No, that's a great story. That's a great story.
That's a good story. Yeah.
We have had some questions coming in. So Theo and Grady.
Any that aren't about Scream?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. Well, let me check. No.
Yeah. Was it really corn syrup they used?
Yeah. So Theo and Grady from Gallant Goblin, they asked, what has happened to the factory goblins who tried to unionize? We haven't seen them for a while.
That's what happens when you try to unionize.
Yeah.
Beadle Grimm's frowns on any kind of organized labor. No, they're doing all right. They're doing all right. Listen, hold on one second. Let me show you what the goblins have been up to. It's just since you prompted me and since I got a nice looking package in the mail yesterday. So something in that factory is working all right?
That looks sexy.
Wow.
It's
the problem is that's in the UK. So we, I'm a big fan of Beadle Grimm. I've bought one as well. Now you started posting them out this week, and in the US people are tweeting that they've had them. Yeah, I'm so jealous because it's going to take me 4 weeks before I get mine.
Safe right for you.
But, we are working really hard on trying to get better about international stuff. We found some solutions for
air freight's expensive.
Shipping 20-pound boxes overseas is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we haven't quite cracked that nut yet. But anyway, we're working on it, and I apologize.
We don't have dragons to deliver them, do we? That's the problem.
Yeah. On a side note, we have.
We don't have dragons to deliver them. That's the
yeah, right. Exactly. That's the next step in our company's evolution.
On a side note, we are planning to we will be running for you, the audience. We will be running the Beadle Grimm edition of Frostmaiden come January as well. So we're currently planning that together. So as soon as I get my hands on this gorgeous little item, I'm big.
That's awesome.
Big guy.
We will be playing that as well.
That's great.
If you're a company or a player and you want to get involved, come and just let me know. Come and play. Come play some games. Now we also had Michaela's asked. Michaela asked what really happened to the mouse in the driveway. Now who is that to?
Oh right.
There's a story about a mouse.
Yeah. This sounds incriminating, whatever it is.
It's not good.
There's some inside information there. There's some.
Let's move on.
Moving on.
Sorry, Michaela,
I'm sure that was asked. That was asked at a drunken mailbag as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no good ending to this.
Yeah. Let's drop the mouse. The mouse is dropped.
Mouse is dropped. And then, so it's the same question to you, Matt. While you was away, we was
Michaela's
asking
just
Bill,
said, "I win."
Yeah, that's Michaela all day.
So Matt, we asked Bill when you was away. So we know, most of us in the audience, we're big fans of Beadle Grimm. I've personally got very drunk during the drunken mailbag sessions, and we hear the stories of how you guys met and formed, and the company and where that is, and the history of being mates for so long. What I asked Bill about you was what was his first impression of you? So what was your first impression of Bill?
Oh,
Be brutal, Matt. Be
God.
brutal. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff he
Bring
said.
it on. Bring it on.
What you'll have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and listen to it back. I mean,
Yeah.
I think my first impression was that he was talented. Bill is a fucking great actor. And, we would go. I mean, the great thing about being a young actor in New York when we were doing it is that you would go, and you'd spend, we would go on Friday nights and we'd go drink cheap liquor at a place called Scruffy Duffy's downtown. And we talk about scenes, we talk about art, we talk about acting, and you'd have these moments of, being young artists in this huge city and a fellowship, this tight little pack group of friends, talking about really deep things that mattered a lot to 21-year-old us. And the thing about Bill is he's really smart, really passionate, and incredibly talented. In fact, right now he's decided that he's going to do the St. Crispin Day speech from King Henry V. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
No, but that was the thing and also there was like Bill said, we were playing Mafia in the streets of New York. I mean, there's something about gamers, right? There's something about people that play games that you're innately drawn to. And the fact that, we started playing after the Super Bowl, 25 years ago or 30 years ago, when we walked, I said to John, who was our DM, he had all of his books on his bookshelf, and John and I were roommates. I said, dude, you have D&D books. I was like, do you still play this? Because he packed them to go to college. He was like, yeah, I still play all the time. I've been playing since I was 6 with my brothers. I was like, I played my whole life. We should play. And then it came up in conversation. And then one day after the Super Bowl, we're like, we all went, hung out, watched the Super Bowl. And we decided that we would get together after the Super Bowl, instead of go to a party or go to a bar, and go play Dungeons and Dragons in the basement of a Broadway theater at 50th and Broadway, a place called Circle in the Square, which is where we happen to go to school as well. So in this dark theater downstairs, because we all lived in these tiny 1-bedroom apartments. John and I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. We shared a 1-bedroom apartment. I lived in the living room. He lived in the bedroom. Same thing with John, with Paul and Bill. Yep. And so we didn't have enough room to play. So we went and played in this, until 5 a.m. in this Broadway theater. It was crazy.
I like it because I told this story 5 minutes ago and I said 3 a.m. Now it's 5 a.m.
Well, at least we said the same
Next time
thing.
we tell this story, it's going to be like a 48-hour session.
At least we said the same
That's
thing.
epic. Oh, by the way, Matt, you were much sweeter than Bill. He slagged you off loads. No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, actually, I kind of want to go back and say something nice about it now.
You see how nice he was? It was like a moment. He's like, no.
I actually was tearing up when Matt was talking. I was tearing up.
It's weird.
Like, Bill was like,
happens.
oh my god.
We had another question that's come in. It says, did Dave and Bill plan their outfits together? Because we were in a check show.
Yeah,
Is that right? However,
I got a little cold, but that's all right.
Weirdly, we did start talking and sending each other clothes. So I said I was sending.
Perfect.
I said I would send him a Band of Badgers t-shirt, and you can get these in our merch store, by the way. Plug. And I said, look, I'll send you one, and I'll have a
nice
Beadle Grimm t-shirt, and that's how this conversation started.
Hopefully that comes across on Twitch.
Hopefully.
Yep, it does.
We've also got a question about what is, or is there a different kind? What's the next tabletop role-playing game that you guys want to play but haven't had time to play yet? So outside of Paizo, outside of D&D, is there another? Alien RPG is really popular at the moment. Have you had a chance to play that kind of game?
I mean,
What
for
nights
me, oh, go ahead.
No, you go. No, you go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, for my brother Charlie and I played Cthulhu when we were kids, so I'd love to go back to that at some point. And I haven't played it as an adult. I would love to go back to that one. That'd be a lot of fun.
I will say that I play Cyberpunk with Nora. I think Nora's in the chat. And that Cyberpunk system is really great, and that game is really great. So I'd love for us to play that game, and then, there's a world in which we'd love to build a box for that game. We're a company that we're looking to expand as a company. I mean, we want to play, but unfortunately for us, most of our time together is spent creating products. So
I was talking to one of your mates, John Kovaleskis, who is in who's in Red.
He's awesome.
So he's from Monster Fight Club, for everyone who doesn't know. And we were talking about it, and I don't know if it's a secret, I'll say, but apparently you're in the new game as well. Your character is in the new video game.
I don't know if I'm in the game per se.
There's a picture. Your team is mentioned, and I think you're in the bar.
Yeah, Nora's in that. Nora plays Nox in that game.
Yeah.
And that game's super fun. And I don't know what I am or am not in that game. But
the video
if I knew something fun, I would tell you, but I just don't.
The videos are great. The Mike Pondsmith, his voice is amazing.
He's great. He's great. And I love Realm Smith's awesome. I mean, if anyone's not watching that Realm Smith game, they have a great game. They're doing Into the Mist. They're doing a Wildmont game, that Critical Role game. So they've got great games there streaming. And look, I think that for us, I mean, that's one of the things we don't really do a lot of. I mean, we're actually talking about finding a way to stream ourselves, because I actually just DM'd a game that streams tomorrow. It's kind of fun.
Fantastic. The Halloween special, the fundraiser, the charity fundraiser as well. Looking forward to it.
So it's fun.
We got another question as well. Is so this comes back from, I think it's from Drunken Mailbags or some other conversation that's been going on. The Beadle Grimm's official dodgeball LARP.
Oh yes.
Do we have a date for that? Is it going to happen next year?
It's for sure happening.
Are you going to take some cameras?
Drunken dodgeball is going to be a thing.
That sounds epic.
It's going. We're going to need you guys to come over.
Worst ideas.
Sounds epic.
They're fantastic. I mean,
European tour.
European tour.
Come on. Tour. I love it.
Yeah.
We're talking about it. We're talking about doing a LARP. There's a LARP that somebody has that we made come in and sponsor a weekend LARP. The reality is that right now, between the Kickstarter, getting the books out, getting videos out, like everything we've got going on, it's sort of fallen in between the cracks. We launched the Curse of Strahd books, which is shipping next week. We launched Icewind Dale, which is landing today. So we've just had a lot going on, but our next sort of like shenanigans plans, and I'm going to commit to it right now. We are doing a LARP. We have to do a LARP.
Yeah.
A Beadle Grimm sponsored LARP would be hilarious.
It'd be pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
If I could afford the airfare,
I mean, you have to know. I mean, everything. Sorry, were you saying something, Jeff?
Oh, I was just saying, if I could afford the airfare, I would be there.
You're a good man. You have to understand that this is a midlife crisis for the five of us. I mean, all of us have day jobs. None of us have taken a single dollar from the company. We're literally just creating stuff that we find super exciting and making stuff that we hope people like as much as we do. And there's something really nice about that. I mean, I will say that if you look at our book right now on Kickstarter, the fact that it's $35 is crazy. It's insane. And the reason we're doing it is because we want people to buy cool stuff. I mean, I think other companies would release that for like $75, $100. I mean, it's crazy. And our goal is to make cool shit for people that are playing games that we love. And as long as we can hold on to that, we're going to.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Pretty soon though, I'm gonna lose my job and then I'll never work again, and then we have to pay Matt. The dancing monkey.
Go out in a
Everyone
blaze
else
of
has
glory.
a career. Yeah, everyone else has a career. Mine is very much in the balance at all times.
I have to say I was surprised it was $35 when I looked at the Kickstarter page. I was expecting to be at least twice that price.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think when you see it, Steve-O, like when you see it, I mean, it's incredible. And truth be told, we had a very, I won't mention any names, but we had a very high up person at WotC say to us, you guys have to charge more. And we took it back and we discussed it. And we're like, no, we don't. We're making cool stuff that is expensive enough. And, and we're trying to find ways to touch every player so that they can get involved in the brand and buy cool things. And, we just launched something called Roll a Niche, which is a collection of beanbags you can use at a table to like keep track of initiative rolls.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find ways to touch players and so that they can use our stuff, that we can make cool things for everyone at the table. That's our goal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to quickly share before we get back to the game? Is there anything you'd quickly like to announce? I mean, are we gonna what's next between now and Christmas? What have Beadle and Grimm got planned? The Grimtober is. Do we have any more? I mean, the charity run goes tomorrow. Do we get a Christmas special?
And Kickstarter goes through November 30th. Yeah. So we've got a ton of stuff. We're working feverishly on those books every day as we speak. So we're going to continue to have new things to show. We've basically got the Wizard book done. We're working on the Fighter book right now. There are little bits and pieces of things that we're figuring out. We just put together we had an artist put together a spread so that you can draw your home base in your book. So it's like a big spread, like a fold out spread in the book with graph paper on it. So you can draw out your Wizard Keep or your Fighter's Fortress or whatever it is. And it came out really beautifully. It's a guy who has done maps for us in the past. For a lot of our books, and it looks gorgeous, and we're just excited to keep putting these little things in there. And so that that's honestly, especially if we get to be able to unlock the 5th and 6th books, which I'm really hoping for, because we've already started commissioning stuff for them. So if we don't unlock them, it's going to be a huge drag. But assuming we've got 6 books at the end of all this to publish, we're really going to have our hands full for a little while. So cool. That's where my focus is for sure.
Fantastic. So what we got is
Go ahead. Sorry, dude.
No, sorry. I was gonna show you the little surprise we had for you in terms of the artwork, the Beadle and Grimm artwork we had.
Oh yeah.
Oh nice.
So if I'm gonna switch over to some of my other screens, you'll see that, and then that.
See some stuff.
This one off, if I click that button. No, that's not Beadle or Grimm. And if
don't put the wrong one up, Dave.
There we go.
While you're doing that, Dave, not that that's not really interesting, I'm going to just say real quick that we have a watch party this weekend we're watching a movie for Grimtober. I've got my Dungeons and Dragons stream that I DM'd. I just produced 7 spoken word pieces that I directed that are found on my social media, which means a lot to me, and the artist who did them is incredible. So I just want to promote that real quick. And then something else I wanted to promote that Beadle and Grimm's is doing. Oh yeah, a LARP.
The LARP.
Spring 2020.
Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
So if you check out the Twitch channel, you should be able to see. So this is our cartoonist. This is Sean.
Oh, those are so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he's put those together for us.
I need a copy of that. That is so good.
And he has suggested.
But Grimm isn't quite as handsome as Tulkas.
Come on.
Say that to
Look
his
at
sword.
those shoulders. Look at those shoulders.
Say that to his sword.
Yeah, you've got furs. You need to keep warm. Tulkas is pretty much naked the entire time.
So Sean, who's the artist who put those together for us, he's done all of our characters, all of our character art. Again, check out some of the merch we have in our merch store for t-shirts. He's done some character art for our other guests as well, for specific unique characters. But yeah, he wanted to do this for you, and he has already said that he would happily gift you a proper print of these as well, and he will
super fun.
He will send one each over to you.
Yeah, big up to Sean. Big up to Sean.
Sean has done a fantastic job for us. So he is, to everyone who's listening in Twitch, he is open for character commissions right now. So do kind of check him out. Fantastic work. But yeah, we're really happy with what he's done for us.
I mean, that is really nice.
And we're
I've got a question for Bill and Matt.
Cool.
Yeah.
You don't have to name drop, but are there any actors that play D&D that aren't streaming or playing live that you know of?
Yes.
Can't work unless actually name drop.
No.
You don't have to name drop, but you know.
Yes, although I will say that you know, it's most of them have figured out that streaming it is actually a good thing. So, you know, I mean, a lot of them are kind of venturing out into that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Send them our way, Bill. Just send them our way.
All right.
We're happy to host anyone.
I mean,
we'll tell Clooney he's welcome anytime.
Oh, yeah, definitely the choice.
Well, I was going to say, you know, if you work really hard and you keep building this thing up, eventually you might be able to land Freddie Prinze Jr. You start small and you work your way up.
You're such a dick. You're such a dick. That was the end of Beadle and Grimm's.
Had a good run.
Yeah.
It was a great run. Actually, no, that's not true. I will say, Freddie is in the gaming world now. He's always been a big gamer. But he's been playing a lot of D&D, and they just released a D&D cookbook. I have it here somewhere. And they have quotes, and on the first page of quotes, it's Freddie Prinze Jr., and on the back page, it's Matthew Lillard.
Oh, no. That's not fair. I'm not having that. No, I'm gonna write letters. I'm not having that.
That's fine.
No, it's like he's your opening act. You're the
that's more like it. Yeah,
you're the big encore.
You're the main event.
Well, it's
He's
Joe.
The
the biggest name in Dungeons & Dragons outside of Matt Mercer is Joe, then Freddie. And I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah, well,
it's not alphabetical.
Whoever you happen to bump into next, do send them. If you have fun, we're not finished yet. I'm still determined to kill you, but I mean, if you have fun, then send them our way. We will.
I think Tolkien can push the bear over though.
And
what was that, Josh?
Tolkien can push the bear over.
The bear?
Bear?
It's it was the game that you had with the bear, wasn't it? The
pub
games.
Tavern he's talking about.
Oh yeah. Sorry, memory's going a bit. I've had too much tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know about your tea. All this time, real tea we were drinking over there.
So, here we go. Here's the last hour. Let's push this on. So, Beadle and Yelena, you are crawling through the crawl space of the kind of loft area of this farmhouse. Down below, we've got Tolkus bulging his biceps up against the door, and Elias has just kind of dropped, boom, a fireball, and you see some ghosts and not ghosts, but ghoulies running off into the cornfields as the zombies just kind of stand there and burn. More zombies kind of start to take up come around as the ghouls get organised and start pushing harder against the door. Zombies compacting onto the door, and you can see bits of skull and flesh and hands coming through the gaps in the doorway. Tolkus, and I think is Grimm there as well. Are you both kind of pushing the doors? Can you both make an athletics check for me, please?
Yeah, I at the same time I turn to Grimm and say, Grimm, I think we're going to have to let some in and start hacking.
That sounds fantastic. Let's do it.
So
I'll shout to Harrison. Harrison, we need to search the rest of the house. We haven't been through every room yet. I think there's some rooms off of the main entrance. Please search those and see if there's another way out. Maybe in case we have to abort.
Yeah, Harrison's gonna step away from the door, not doing such a great job in trying to keep it shut with Tulkas, and just
It
kind
was
of
the thought that counts. Don't worry about it.
I think he was leaning against the wall, wasn't he? He's just watching you.
I was just touching it. Just I'm
It's like
doing
had
my
a
job.
Little finger on it. Like, no, don't worry, it's the thought that counts.
You need to hold this plank.
24 total for the athletics check to hold the door. But like I said, I think me and Grimm should start letting some in.
Yeah. You feel you're holding it in. That's perfectly fine. But you see that the planks, they're old planks, and hammered into the door. But you can see that the planks themselves are starting to give. This gonna burst and buckle at some point. It's just literally a matter of time. If you kind of step back and then swing away,
Yeah, so I think
you might stand a better job.
if we time it good enough, we take a 5-foot step backwards so that it will fling open. And then as they come through, we could just start chopping.
Yeah.
That makes sense, Dave?
Go for it.
Are there
Dave,
are there still people in this front room other than us?
Yeah, you've got a couple of kind of the farm hands who are all kind of sitting there. Rupp has been administering first aid. Yelena was before she disappeared into the roof.
Okay, so right before we do this, we're going to tell them, go back further into the house. There's going to be bloodshed in here.
Yeah. Get to the back.
Let me help. Let me help. I grab my things and armor and stuff and start putting stuff on.
Rupp, start moving people to the back of the house.
Don't mean to rush you, Rupp. Take your time.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just get my healer's kit and pots and pans and stuff on my belt, and I'm just gonna run up and just be like, "I'm here. I'm here."
As they go to drop the door and let them in, I'm going to drain bonded item on the arcane, recover fireball, and drop another fireball on the porch, and damage the zombies. Try and make it easier. Damage the ghouls. Make
Through
it
the
easier
window
for them to
again?
take out. Yeah.
Okay.
So as they drop the door and they all start to rush through, that's when the fireball goes off.
Okay, so you take it.
Fireworks.
You both look at each other. Your muscles bulging. You got sweat run down your arms, and you kind of on a nod. You step back 5 foot, and the doors immediately pew, 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 smash and crack. The doors slide bound in as this horde of zombies, 10, 15 zombies, stagger, but because of the weight pushing behind them, the first line of 3 or 4 slam into the floor, and the rest are toppling into them, making them really, really easy pickings. You can swing away. As you swing into these zombies, just behind them, you see as a little kind of fireball just takes out the back end of them. There are still 10 to 12 zombies marching in directly into you. So swing away, guys. Swing away.
I like these odds.
And I'm raging, Dave. This is the perfect time to go nuts. So I am taking my big glowing purple sword. Is it still glowing purple?
Yep.
Yeah, we good? All right. Excellent.
Okay, roll to hit and start rolling some damage, both of you, please.
Yeah.
Let you go first, Bill.
Yeah, thanks. I've got to pick out the right dice here. Okay. So we're going two-handed. We've got a 28. We've got a crit, which I love.
Oh!
And a 21. How about that?
Cards.
You might get to see the cards, Bill.
The cards, should we bring out... Do we have to...
Yes, bring out the cards. Come on.
Critical cards. So these are the
Natural 20
Pathfinder...
on the first roll.
These
Come
are
on,
the official
that's-
Pathfinder 2nd edition critical hit deck. There we go. And what these do is allow you... Obviously, you're going to get double damage anyway. But sometimes these cards allow you to do triple damage or, particular things.
Specific damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So... Okay. So with the first swing, you're doing the double damage. You managed to not just go through 1, 2, 3 heads as they just juggle into the air. The bodies slam straight back down, and as the heads each land, they're just just jaws flapping around because obviously the heads are still alive.
Ooh, very walking.
Nice.
Drop. And so that was the first attack. Did you do the second weapon?
Yeah. So there was a 21 and a 20 something, 28, something like that.
So the first hand you drop your 3 off, and then you kind of swirl, and then backhand cut in the midriff, of 2 more zombies.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Tokus
Tokus says to his newfound friend, "Good hit, my friend."
Thank you. I felt good. 15 and 13 damage for the other 2.
Fantastic. That's fine. Yeah, they're zombies. So while you've severed them in half, they are still now crawling over the other sort of bodies of the zombies and still crawling towards you. So we can deal with that in a bit.
We're gonna have to work out how this tally works. Like, how many pieces do you have to chop it into before you get a point?
Tokus?
Right, I'll the first one that comes through the door, I'm gonna try and punch him straight in the mouth with my left fist. Okay?
Yeah.
And if it lands, I'm gonna activate the shield ring.
Okay. So go for it.
Ooh. It's a 31 to hit.
So you bide your time, you wait for the zombie to stagger right up to you practically, and you pull your arm back nice and slow, and then boom, smack it straight into its mouth, which is probably a silly thing to do with a zombie, because if they bite you...
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to die before it bites me.
So it caves in its front jaw, and the teeth, you see the bits splatter everywhere, and you activate your shield ring. Instantly, this hard light shield explodes out of its head, sending brain and flesh all over you and all over.
Yeah,
all
that's
over
what I call
Grimm as
rock and roll.
Get splattered by it all.
So
what you see is
going to say that's probably 2 actions, because 1 to attack and 1 to activate the ring.
Yeah.
So with the third action, which would technically be a second attack, I'll also attack with my battle axe.
Cool.
The next one that comes through.
Yeah,
if that's okay.
That's fine. Swing away.
That is a 21 to hit.
That's fine. You're gonna.
And he takes 15 damage. That second one.
That's fine. So again, you slagger it. Boom! It slacks in all the way across, cutting their chest in practically in half. This thing is staggering around with half of its upper body torso just hanging, swaying, but it's still kind of coming directly towards you. And
so Tokus turns to Grimm and says, did you see the head on that one? It exploded.
Fantastic.
So
I like this guy.
Grimm, what you see is he has on his hand he has a ring, and it's a magic ring which generates a round shield, much like Captain America, same kind of shape. But the star is kind of raised, like a raised emboss effect. It's a 7-sided star, much like the one carved on the guy laying on the kitchen table.
Hey, wait a minute.
Don't worry, it's not sinister. Don't worry.
Because we don't need more problems right now.
No, it's purely circumstantial, honestly.
So, Harrison, you're going for. Go ahead, Grimm. You're cleaning. I'm going to cut back to other people because everyone's in different areas of the house. But you're standing there hacking away at these zombies. Elias, you're keeping watch from the window. Harrison, you're going to explore some other rooms.
Yeah, I'm making sure that the windows are well barricaded, and I will be directing people in the room to barricade them for me. So I will
you get the hurt and the scared, and this little toddler girl to hammer up the windows.
I say
as best as you can.
You, girl, could you put something in front of that window, please? And just kind of going around and just kind of making sure the windows are good. But I will be trying to put a table in front of one of the windows just to kind of do my bit.
So as you instruct her to go up to the window, she's trying to do what you've asked her to. She starts to get like the cookie jar and the pots and pans, and She's trying to build stuff up in front of the window when suddenly the window shatters. There are boards across it, but some arms start coming in and they grab hold of her and slam her into the window, literally trying to force her back out. A couple of the farmhands run over to try to stop her. Her arm goes out through the window as it's being pulled. One of the farmhands has wrapped his arms around the body and is physically trying to pull her back, while the other farmhand just looks at you. It's just like, why are you not doing anything? Climbs up. He's got his legs and knees in the sink, and he's trying to get hold of the zombie arm that's holding on to her, and he's trying to rip it off and kind of cut it with a bread knife to do anything he can to save her. Is there anything Harrison would like to do?
Harrison is going to, have this sudden realization that he's actually being quite a dick at the moment. So he's going to.
Hang on. What was
Really
the
that
episode
sudden?
count?
Is it really that sudden? Hasn't he always really known he's kind of a dick?
It's only taken 6 episodes, Matt.
Oh,
And
it's
after
more than
seeing-
that.
After seeing this display, Harrison is going to go into hero mode and just kind of try and just get his rapier out and just stab at the zombie or the ghoul that's trying to grab the girl and say, I'm sorry, this is not me. I'm being stupid, and I'm trying to attack whatever's grabbing her and helping the farmhands. So
Okay, so you grab like the kitchen chair, bring it up to the kitchen sink, you step on it because you've got these two kind of big burly guys who are trying to save this little girl, and you're trying to poke this rapier through the window and trying to poke a zombie in the head as best you can. Can you roll for attack for me, please?
yeah,
He just
natural
remembered
20.
that- He just remembered
Natural
that pokey
20.
weapons aren't that great against zombies.
Is that the first one you've rolled on the stream?
Jesus.
The first one since I've rolled anything.
Is his first
so-
natural 20 attack?
Is
Yeah.
it wrong that I'm so disappointed that wasn't a 1?
No, it's fine. It would be fair.
So immediately, the guy who's got his arms around the body of the girl, he falls back into the kitchen. The girl is on top of him, completely fine. As your rapier manages to poke all the way through the eyeball and into the back of the head of the zombie.
Nice.
And it falls back off your rapier, back down. The guy. In the
I know
sink-
this guy was going to fight with a rapier.
The guy, the farmhand in the sink, he kind of looks at you. It's like, you finally did so. And as he's looking at you, obviously he's not looking out the window. And suddenly more arms start to burst through the window, and they start grabbing at him, and they're pulling at his face, and he's screaming as the hands come across and start clawing at his flesh. He rips open his throat. The spray back goes onto your face as you're standing there with this rapier hanging out of a window as this poor man is shredded in front of you.
Oh, it sounds like that scene from Shaun of the Dead.
That's exactly
where the
what
guy
I
gets
was
pulled
thinking
through the
of.
window of the pub.
Yeah.
Well, I have to shut my eyes at that, but it grosses me out every time.
I'm deeply horrified by this, but I will do my best.
But
to
not
try and
inspired to move at all. I'm horrified in a very stasis point of view.
Not inspired to
I do
help.
nothing.
I will attempt to grab the legs of the farmhand that's being grabbed, and I don't know if what will happen, but I will attempt to grab the legs. But I imagine what will
I
happen.
can see what's going to happen now.
You'll be left with a pair of legs.
No, don't go. No, don't
You
go.
grab the leg
Oh
by the
no.
Fade to
ankles.
black.
You pull back, and all you do is assist the zombies outside in wrenching this poor guy apart. You fall back onto the kitchen floor.
Can I
with this
can I
bottom
enter
half
the
splurting
can I enter the
all
room?
over you. Yeah.
Is he
think you need
left there
to.
holding 2 legs, though?
Can I? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll enter the room and see this horrific scene. I'm guessing.
All you can see is this kind of pelvis and his backbone spine wiggling around, laying on top of Harrison as the blood is going all over his face.
What has gone on here? And I just
Rap, I think he needs medical attention.
I just go. I'm like, this needs to be. I just purge the whole plate. I'm gonna go heal the whole thing.
You're going to go heel bomb.
Yeah. So
The next time that Tolka sees Harrison, he's going to go, "You've got red on you, Harrison."
I'm gonna rush up to the door. I don't know where the others are, but I rush up and try and purge this whole thing. I don't want this to happen anymore.
So you go in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll cast heal, and this big burst of light just emanates from the coin in my chest, and it just as I cast heal on everything.
Oh, it's the heal bomb.
Yeah,
it's the heal bomb. What's the range?
Does it have an
area effect range?
30 feet.
Okay, it's going to cover most of everyone. I think no one's taken damage yet anyway, but it heals some of the. It's not going to help him.
I think that one guy took some damage.
You see the two bodies right together.
Yeah, so just trying to get very close to the window and just boof out of it. Hopefully the wave affects them.
You see, it does actually, because it has a negative effect against the undead. So you see the zombies who are now on the floor munching away on this kind of guy. As the heal bomb explodes, this burst of light just goes out into the cornfield, and again you see your head just disappeared. Then, and you see a few kind of ghouls and more zombies kind of approaching the house. But the ones immediately outside, it just falls down. But everyone in the house feels refreshed, a bit rejuvenated. Which is...
Also, Harrison gets an extra D6 to his rolls.
Oh, that's going to come in handy.
Yeah. Excellent, thank you.
Okay,
yeah. So that's me. I'm right by the window.
That's right, in the kitchen. Yelena and Beadle, you are up into the crawl space, but
yes.
Who has what? Beadle's a dwarf. He has he can see in the dark.
Dark vision.
So can Yelena, I think.
Yeah, I've got low light vision.
Okay, you can't see the far end of the house. It's quite a long
Yelena, real
house.
quick, Dave.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what Yelena looks like. Could you just describe your character real quick?
Yeah. We might still have.
Because everyone else has pictures.
What did you do to that artist that he wasn't willing to draw you?
Oh no, he did.
He did. I just don't have a good enough laptop to put the picture behind me. I just become the picture. I become Yelena. It gets very weird. Yelena's a half orc.
Oh wow! Okay.
So she's half orc.
So if you check out the Twitch, there is a picture of her on. Now.
There we go.
Oh, okay, great, awesome.
And she has a visible tattoo of an octopus on her shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So I'll say to you, what do you want? What's your plan?
Should we check it? Just make sure there's no way out from up here. I don't think there is, but.
Watch this. I'll do the same thing, Dave. I'll cast cantrip. I'll use that cantrip and hit the ray of frost. And I was like, we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to burst through and attack everything. Are you ready for glory?
Well, it's glory.
Yes is the answer.
So yes.
Glory.
So I'll cast I'll do 2 cantrips in 2 spots. I'll hit it like in 2 rounds, so that hopefully it makes it so brittle we can just smash through.
Go ahead, roll the damage for me, and we will take that damage off of the wood, the ceiling. Everything in here has a hit point value as such.
So 8. So if I do 2 rounds, so we'll say 16 on each.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So, and Yelena, what are you going to do? You're poking with the stick again?
I might just be trying to punch it. I might rather than use the stick.
Okay, do an athletics
on the count of 3. On the count of 3, throw me through. Just hurl me through the brittleness. Let's go.
I'll punch it.
Tossing?
I don't want to throw you into the mouth of a ghoul. That seems like a bad idea.
No, it seems like a good idea.
Wait,
that seems like a great idea.
Those are the best ideas.
Idea.
You've clearly never employed a bard to sing the tales of your heroics. You have to have cool moves like this.
Up until about 3 weeks ago, I didn't have any cool adventures. It's been a very strange.
That's why Beadle's here. Throw me through the brittle part. Come on, throw me like a little child. I'll curl up in a little ball. I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right, I will try.
I know you're uncomfortable. Just do it.
I'm worried I'm throwing you to your death. I mean, you just appeared and now you want to die.
I welcome its cold embrace. I welcome its cold embrace.
What happened to you?
Oh, sister. Let's have a cocktail after. We'll drink grog, and I'll tell you some stories. But for now, let's go kill things.
But just survive this, and I will try and throw him through.
Go ahead. Athletics check. Roll those dice. Let's see what happens.
Oh, hang on.
Beautiful orc woman with arms of steel.
Athletics, I think, is a plus 10.
27.
27.
Just so you know, my goal.
27.
Nice.
27. Good smart.
My goal is to get up. Okay, go ahead.
You cast a spell as you can see the frosts immediately appear. Yelena you cut up into a ball and Yelena grabs you around the waist and literally head first, boom, shoves you through the ceiling, and you go through. They're perfectly fine. It's a bit cold. You go through. Your head goes out and your body goes out, but your arms, are stuck. You take in a nice big deep breath of fresh dark air. And then at the other end of the roof, you see this ghoul turn around quite slowly.
Come here, ghoul. Come here, ghoul.
But your arms are still trapped in the hole.
That's fine. That's fine. I feel like I should have got. I should have got some kind of athletics check. So I can get all the way through the hole.
Can you make me see this and go, do you want a boost? Do you want a boost?
Yes.
Boost.
You hear this voice below you. You're struggling. You need more.
You need something else.
I could use a boost.
Go ahead.
Oh no. 13.
13. You can feel her. You can feel her moving around on your legs. She's grabbing hold of the wrong bits. It's trying to find a purchase.
I'll put my foot on her head and propel my way out.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go on athletics.
You owe me a drink for that.
I got a standby. How do I have a -1 athletics?
What's your dexterity?
It's a strength.
I'm built on dex.
Oh no, hold on. Athletics is strength. Yeah, it can't be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What about acrobatics? Yeah. How about that would be a 17.
Oh,
that's right. So you can feel Yelena below you, kind of just trying to find purchase. She's putting hands where the hands shouldn't be, and she's trying to push you up the bum.
Sorry. This is awkward. I'm really sorry.
You're moving your legs
You say
around.
shouldn't be.
Can we elaborate?
You say welcome to death.
You're moving your legs
Is there
around
definite
underneath.
cuppage?
Yeah. There's a oops. And you manage to feel with your feet that there's a shoulder, there's a head, and you boost off. You launch your arms through the roof and you land, legs spread across the hole as this ghoul is coming straight for you on all fours. Its tongue is lashing around its head. It thinks it was an easy kill. But here you are. Roll to attack. And I get to attack as well.
Do him, Beadle. Go on.
Come on, man. Oh, not good. So I'll jump to just so we're clear, I'm going to jump back to the other side of the hole. So there's a hole between him and I.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to miss twice. So a standby.
Standing by.
A 19 and a 12.
Okay, so the 12 misses.
Oh, I'm sorry, a 13 and a oh no, that's not true. Because only my sword glows.
Yeah. So it's still 1 point. It's still missed on the second attack. The first attack hits.
Okay.
So you can roll
take
damage on that
12 damage.
Okay.
Take 12 damage.
So you slice into this beast that's coming, and it's still standing. It then gets to attack you. Oh yeah, now I get a natural 20. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
That's
I
fine.
use a card as
Oh
well.
dear. No, Matt, you don't want to
So-
see the cards. You do not want to see the cards.
You don't scare
Let's do the
me.
damage first. It's not much damage, unfortunately. It is so it's a 6 points of damage.
Okay.
It is. Okay, that's fine. So it's a 6 point of damage, and you feel as it rakes across you a numb effect. Something is poisoning you.
Permeating me.
Yes.
Right,
You
okay.
can feel it moving through straight away.
Okay.
Can you roll me a fortitude saving throw, please?
Fortitude. Should be quite good at that because he's a dwarf.
21.
Something.
Perfectly fine. So your dwarf, your innate kind of system is fighting back on this poison. You feel it. Your arm
Good.
slowly starts to go numb, and then you kind of squeeze your fist back, and it comes back. But you're standing there.
Bring it.
Your go.
All right up there,
Your
Beadle.
attack. Yelena, you
I'll
can
say
see
Yelena,
him
it's-
jump back. You're looking through the hole. You see him jump back.
I'll say half orc. It's time. Engage.
And Yelena, above the hole, through the hole, you can see this ghoul straddling the gap where Beadle was. And they're obviously
Great.
fighting.
Crit.
Crit. Well done.
Oh!
Crit and a 15. 2 hits.
Go on in.
Two
This will finish him, so whatever you wish to do.
Okay. So as he bites me, I go, and I sort of fake it for a second. Yeah, he goes, and I start acting like as I'm being taken, and I look him in the eyes and go, and I go, cut across his throat.
Nice. So literally just takes his head off as well.
Yeah.
And again, you see the head bob
That's okay, half orc.
off the roof.
You're
the
not,
tongue,
your
the
work
tongue,
here is not needed.
right?
And then Yelena
Count
sticks
it!
pops out.
I
a hole.
scream down, count it! Count it!
1.
I think that makes it 2 now.
Oh, just
Now-
two, yes, two.
Beadle, from your vantage point on the roof, on top of the building, you see the barn in the distance. But now it's as if there's some kind of glow emanating from the barn. You can see it from all the piercing through all the kind of the planks and stuff. There's a bright bluish light emanating from the barn, from this
Can I
elevator.
do an Arcana check? Is there any idea what that is?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you want me to use on that?
Steve?
There is an Arcana.
use the
yeah,
Arcana
that's
skill.
good.
You
Yeah,
get plus
21. 21. Yeah, my bad. 21.
Cool. So you obviously it's pitch black apart from the moonlight. There's no light lantern or candle or torch that would have this strong light effect. Instantly, you know
Sure.
this is some kind of magic. What it is, you're not quite sure, but it's definitely magic
Okay.
in origin.
I'll say to you, Yelena, I'll pop my head back down. I'll say there's magic in the barn. I think it's propelling these creatures. We should try to make an effort to get to the barn.
There's magic. Why do you think there's magic in the barn? What?
I can see it emanating, you dullard. Tell the people, tell Grimm.
I think you've been hit over the head. Did that ghoul bite you? And I'm going to stick my head out. Like push you out of the way. Stick my head out.
Okay, you also see
Do you see it?
light emanating
Glowing.
from the barn.
You know what? You weren't smacked around the head. Yeah, fair. Sorry. We need to get to the barn. How do we get to the barn? We
Well,
can't get
now
there
you're on
from
top
here.
of the roof. You
Go
can just run
fast.
across the roof and then down the other
Can we
end,
get
maybe.
there from the? Can we get there from the roof?
Find
How
out.
far away
Let's
is it?
find
Yes,
out.
come, girl, come, child, let's go.
I'm going to shout down. I'm going to shout down. We need to get to the barn. It's glowing.
Okay, so you two are going to scamper across the length of the building on top of the roof. It's empty of all other ghouls at the moment. And so, Tolkus and Grimm, you're busy slashing away at all these zombies. You're making headway.
I made a
Elias drops another
27
fireball.
perception check to see if I could hear that.
Yeah, you can hear commotions and stuff
Awesome.
going on. You hear all the noises and fighting and screaming going on in the kitchen. You hear Rop explode a hill bomb, and you can hear screaming or fighting from the rooftop as well. This is while you're dodging fireballs and zombies.
So Tokus turns to Grimm and says, "Did you hear something? Did you hear Yelena say something about getting to the barn?"
Hold on, let me see if I did. I most definitely heard nothing.
I think I heard Yelena say.
I'm far too busy.
I think I heard Yelena say we should get to the barn. I think we should head to the barn. Quick.
Can we see the barn from our vantage point?
No, it's around the corner of the house. So you have to
Around the
step
corner,
out
okay.
onto the porch and then
Okay.
take a left.
Yeah, we know where it is though, don't we? Because I
Yeah.
guess we saw it when we ran in.
We
Yeah.
thought about going there once, right? So, okay, all right, let's fight our way out.
Hey, big fella, do you want to fight your way through, or do you want to go the easy route?
I kind of want to fight my way through, but
I was hoping you would say that. And Tokus is just going to rush straight towards the zombies and ghouls in a sort of like a barging maneuver type thing.
Yep. So you start to barrel and shoulder your way through.
Yep.
Cutting and slicing as you go. We're going to use mob tactics on this one. So both of you roll me an attack check.
Yep.
Oh.
And your damage.
I got a 27 on attack.
Yep.
And a 21 on damage.
Fantastic.
I got a 30 on my attack, but only 11 damage, so.
That's okay. Between you, you managed to cut down another half dozen. There's zombies. That's just in your way. You're getting past. You go to the corner. You can see the barn in the distance. You've got about
Wait a
60 foot to
second.
go.
We need it. Wait a second. We need a count. You can't just say half a dozen willy-nilly. You got what?
Matt, you're forgetting that Grimm and I are not in the bet. It's just you and
No,
Elias.
Grimm is in the bet. Grimm is in the bet.
How many did I take down with my
I'm
heel
with
bomb?
Matt. We haven't had a count yet.
You took down nothing. You healed a bunch of zombies.
I thought it was just you and Beadle. Oh,
No.
Can I just say, just real quick, and Matt, I don't know if you even remember this, but when we were putting that video together, there's a moment in that video where you see all these old journals fall through. And I actually went back and found the journals from when Grimm and Beadle were playing. And every journal entry, there's a kill tally. Like we did it every single night we played. We would have a kill tally.
Yeah.
And if you look through it, every time it's like Beadle, Grimm, Vodum, these huge lists. And then there's the cleric who I think was named Gilvin, and there'd just be nothing. every entry.
Isn't it always the way though?
Unless you're fighting undead.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
That
yeah,
doesn't
you
count.
probably killed more than the rest of us on this one, but
No, don't just say things like that.
How many did I kill with my heel bomb?
Hey, if it's already dead, we don't count it.
That's right.
You took out 10 zombies and 2 ghouls with the heel bomb by the window.
Oh my god! Okay.
What? I call bullshit.
You didn't see it, as your character didn't see it.
He didn't see it. It doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
You're working in towers, buddy.
As Grimm and Tokus continue to slash and fight and barge and kick all these zombies and ghouls out the way, they manage to get round. They can see the barn. They hear the voice up ahead. What's the score? As Beadle shouts down from the roof, you look up and see Beadle and Yelena both up there looking down, and they're shouting at you, "We got to get to the barn."
Well, I think me and Grimm are winning, surely.
Yeah.
If you combine the scores, yeah.
Look at this.
It should be melee combatants against magic users.
Stop that silliness. So, is there still a bit of a big crowd around them waiting to come in.
No, they've managed to get the crowd quite down. You can see there's more spaced out, but they've been quite driven. So where your vantage point was, they've now gone around the corner. So the doors are now open and exposed. Elias, you're looking out the window, and you can see more zombies milling around. They're drawn to the noise, so they're going to reach you soon. And you can see more ghouls taking an interest in that. So what would you like to do next?
I'd like to summon an elemental, please.
Oh, typical magic user. Oh, summon something to do my work for me.
I'd like to summon a smoke mephit.
Don't want to get my hands dirty.
Why? I'd like to summon a smoke
you
mephit.
don't get credit for any kills the elemental kills.
I'm with Grimm here. You don't get none of those kills.
There's hundreds of video games that just totally disrepute that art.
What is these things you speak of? Games of video.
What's video?
Yes.
So I will summon a smoke mephit, and I want to send it off towards the fields to cast Burning Hands and start the general burning that Beadle wanted to do at the beginning of the episode.
Wow, the burning hands. Oh,
I told you I'd get it in.
yeah, you did.
And what I want to do is try and lay down as much covering fire in the fields as possible, so it creates as much smoke as possible to try and give us some cover, so we can get the commoners and the non-combatants out of the house and away from the zombies.
Okay, so you're laying that out into the area.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Try and catch as many as possible while they're still in the fields.
Yeah, that's perfect. You see the corn right near you just burst and erupt into flame, and then you see bits and pieces, and then you start to hear screams. You see moans. You see some zombies start to walk out on fire, and then they take a few steps and sort of drop down. But it lights up the area. You can see more now in the immediate vicinity. And as you did you step out, or are you doing this from the house?
I'm stepping out onto the porch.
Okay, so stepping out
I'm
onto the
going
porch.
to try and
you can't
keep
see the
pace
board.
with Grimm and Tolkers.
Okay, so how far behind do you want to be behind them? Like 30
Only
feet?
about 20 feet. Yeah,
20
20, 30 feet, something like that.
Okay, so when you eventually kind of catch up to them, you go around the house, and you can see you've managed to set a good portion of the cornfield that's in front of the house on fire, and the zombies are still walking out, and you hear screams and howls, and you see like flamed figures running off in different directions, which are obviously the ghouls. And as you turn the corner, you then notice this light again. The light shafts are bursting out of this out of the barn, and they seem to be kind of vroom, 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 and it's now pulsating.
I'll shout to Tolkers and Grimm, as Beadle says, and Yelena say, get to the barn. We need to discover what that source of magic is. It may
Working on it.
Maybe drawing the ghouls in or zombies in. This may be the nest we've been looking for.
We are getting to the chopper barn now.
Okay, so Beadle, Yelena, you're on the rooftop. You see the cornfields now starting to burn. You've reached the other end of the roof.
As soon as we see that fire, and I realize it's from Elias, I start casting frost. Stop. If I see like a zombie coming out on fire, I'll just gently throw a cantrip at it.
So as they come out, you see like, that's not a kill. That's not a kill. That's not a kill.
Not a kill. Not a kill.
Beadle, why don't you just use fire on them, and then you can claim the kill for yourself?
I am also attacking them, just with a different method.
Okay. I don't want to question your methods, but I am questioning your methods. Why don't you just say on fire?
No, I was in jest because we
Okay.
are. Yeah, I'm not really gonna do that. I mean, I may do it once. Well, you're not paying attention.
Well, a very specific part of the fields.
just the burning creatures. As we make our way to the barn, and we're on this roof, is there, what's underneath us? Are there zombies between us and the barn?
Yeah, between the barns. So the guys have come around the right-hand corner. You're kind of almost
Right.
flush, like direct line with the barn. The barn is still 60 feet away, But below you, you can see there's a ladder going down this side of the house. But you can see more and more zombies. Big kind of clumps and groups, and a few ghouls trying to kind of organize them and send them back this way.
Okay. That is a problem.
How close are they? Dave, how close are they?
Some of them are about sort of 10 foot away. They're kind of milling around.
Okay.
But most of them are sort of 20, 30 foot away. This is a 60-foot distance between where you are, the house, and the barn. Now, obviously, you're about 14, 15 foot up on this rooftop.
Can I ask you a question? Can I make a undead chat? I mean, I don't know what is that. Do I have any sort of sense if they can see in darkness? They are undead.
The undead, no. But you've noticed, if you've never kind of had this kind of fought ghouls before, in terms of Beadle's history, these are, yes, they're undead, but these are intelligent. It's almost like they've maintained a bit of their self-awareness. They can plan, they can strategize. Okay. But yes, they're still powered by hunger.
Are there any below us?
Only about sort of 10 foot away. So it depends on if you wanted to go down or if you want to, what would you like to do?
I was going to cast a spell, but it's 15 foot, so I don't think it'll reach it. Or it's a cone. So I think I have to go down.
Well, you could catch a few. It's not going to do a big group, but you will be able to get a few.
Let me distract them. I'll jump. I'm gonna go jump off the edge of the roof, and I'm gonna cast as I do, prestidigitation, and I'll be like, "Nanny, nanny, Billy Goat, you can't catch me," and I'll illuminate myself and go running off into the distance.
Okay. You need to do an athletics check for me, just because it is a 15-foot drop.
Not a problem. 21.
Okay, so you hero drop. One knee, one arm, one hand. And then you sprint. And you just...
Nanny, nanny, Billy, go.
These flashing lights, the sound is coming off of you as you run off into the distance.
And I'll try to get a charisma check or whatever you need to try to get as many as I can to follow me.
Yeah. And Yelena, you see this happen. He just jumps, changes, lights up. He's a portable disco ball running off in the distance. And you see the zombies immediately turn and just kind of and wander off after him.
Okay.
It's the Billy Goat part that got to them.
Yeah.
Can I me and Harrison, we want to get. I'm getting out the window at least. We're trying. Yeah. Which side do we come out? Do we come out that side as well?
You come out. So you're on the other side of the house.
Oh, okay.
So you don't see the cornfields on fire. That's at the front. You're kind of at the other side. Yeah. So away you go.
Okay. Can we see the barn from here?
You can see the barn as well. You see the light, illuminating out, and there's definitely a pole. And then you see this dwarf run past. Yeah. Just glowing and shouting, and you see stuff about billy goats.
Well, there's lots of zombies behind him, right?
Yep. And he seems to be leading them in a different
around
direction.
Somewhere.
Around.
Yeah. Okay. That seems to have gone wrong. Harrison.
Elena's going to climb down. Okay. If she hears this, she'll go, "No, that's gone right. That was his plan."
Okay. So you start climbing
might
down.
Might not be right, but it was his plan.
Yeah. Grim would know for sure.
It sounds like one of my plans. Right, Harrison, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
This is why I say never plan. It never goes right.
So Yelena, you start climbing down the side of the building.
I can't get off unmute quick enough to respond to that.
So and then you see, as you get down and you look to your left and you see Tolkus and Grimm come around the corner hacking and slashing. A little bit after that, you see the flames starting to spread from the cornfield, and then Elias is letting off all this kind of fire and flames and stuff. And then you turn, you're still holding on to the ladder. The other side, you see Beadle just running around in like snake shapes with all the zombies chasing off. And then you see Rupp and Harrison just kind of appear to your right as well. So you are all now outside of the house, almost kind of together, apart from Beadle, who's running around. And you've got a few zombies.
I like to call it drawing fire. He's drawing fire.
I think so.
Can we get to the barn? Given that, have we got much resistance?
You got 60 foot to go. You can do it. You can always run and dodge. And
yeah,
like
I'll take 2 actions to try.
These are traditional zombies. They're slow zombies.
Okay, yeah, we'll run. Harrison.
I'll be running with Rupp, but I'll be poking anything with my rapier as I'm running. So it's sort of like run, point, run, point.
Is anything
elegantly.
following Rupp and Harrison?
Again, so. you see some zombies are paid attention. You don't see any ghouls running after them. Harrison and Rupp, can you make attack and damage rolls for me?
Oh,
Do I still get the third D6 on the old attack?
You will.
Or is that gone now?
I'll let you have it. I think.
Yeah, fort saves, I guess, but I'll roll. It's fine.
So Dave, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
What
in the head?
Colour me surprised. Colour me surprised, Josh.
The dice giveth and they take
point. Hero point.
Yeah, hero point. Jesus
hero point,
Christ.
just to kind of just erase that from history. And not much better with a 4. But I do get a plus 14, so that's 18. So
He's using my own damage against me.
I'd like to notice that Josh has rolled a natural 1, I think, every session we played so far. At least once a session.
Pretty much. Okay, so you managed to get some way to the barn.
Okay, so 17 and 15 points of damage. No, a bit more. 19 points of damage on.
Please tell me that damage is against Harrison.
Disrupt. It's disrupt undead. So unless Harrison's
I'm not.
It's fine. So you managed to do some damage. None of them are falling down dead again. But you managed to kind of keep them away from you as you kind of regroup and then continue to push forward. You've almost kind of taken point. Grimm, Tolkus, what would you like to do?
What do you reckon, Grimm? I reckon we probably continue hacking till we get to the barn.
It's working well so far. We're just headed for the barn, so anything that gets between us and it,
you can see there's big. It's a big kind of horse stable barn. So these doors, I don't know what, like say 12 foot tall, big double doors that would slide open, but they're shut at the moment.
Yeah.
So you can head straight
so
to those.
We're going to have to get them open for everyone else because we're probably going to get there first, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are we actively under attack when we reach those doors?
When you reach the doors, you will be. There's a few zombies left. Not everything has gone chasing after Beadle. So you've got a few minor resistance.
Do you think that maybe Grimm could keep them at bay while I try to get the doors open?
Yep.
I'm thinking I will do an athletics check to actually barge the doors open. And if you can keep the zombies and ghouls off me, or off us rather, because we're kind of one unit at the moment, aren't we? I guess.
Yep.
Sort of thing.
Then I'll 4-armed barbarian.
Yeah, and then I'll barrel into the doors to get them open because I don't think we're going to have a chance to actually stop and work out how they open, sort of thing.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it might be easy, but we might be standing there for 5 minutes going, "How the bloody doors open?" sort of thing. Yeah. So yeah, I'll charge the doors while Grimm keeps them off of us.
Okay, You're gonna use your body as a battering ram.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my body as a battering ram. It's a big battering ram.
Yep, it's a big double door.
So I have rolled a 15 on the dice plus 13 athletics, which is 28, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
28.
You Dash, you physically put all your effort and muscle power into moving your hefty body machine into pounding into these doors. You do not stop. You know the only way to get these doors open is to continue through. There is no kind of kicking it down. You are bodily going to shoulder charge. You pound into the doors and it creaks under it before you throwing you through. You physically tear through these double doors and land smack down, face down inside the barn.
Yep.
Grimm, you see him do this as you're fighting off the last kind of remaining zombies on the outside.
Yeah.
You see him faceplant. His ankles are hanging over the remains of the door.
Are we like bathed in this light? Is it coming pouring out?
As soon as there's a Tulkas-shaped hole in the door and the light is bursting
At least it will be big enough for everyone to get through.
The light doesn't seem to affect you.
Okay.
But it is bright enough, and you can see the whole barn illuminated inside.
Okay.
And you see what appears to be, much like the skeletons, there are people kind of in the beams and the rafters. There are people all tied up, a bit like Alien, when they're all kind of in the goo, and they're just tied up with their heads down. Some of them are obviously dead. Some of them are changed, but they haven't got out of their binds yet. And I think, Steve, if you got it ready, we have a barn battle map as well. Let me know when it's up. You're on mute at the moment. You're still on mute.
Sorry, panic. The map is up. You should have it in your view already, and so should all the players.
Okay, we're going to need separate tokens for this one, Steve, not the group token.
Yep. So at the moment, Grimm and Tulkas are at the barn.
Okay.
I haven't placed everybody else yet because they're still a distance away from the barn at the moment.
That's
so
perfectly
if
fine.
you put the battle map up, you should be able to see Grimm and Tulkas and the content of the barn.
There we go. Right, so this is just for the viewers. We'll put it on. I'm going to do it on the screen, so you'll see me moving some windows around. We'll just do that, this, that, and that. There we go for everyone. Is that on the zoomed in version, Steve?
Zoom it in.
Do I need to
Zoom it in.
refresh,
Quick.
Steve?
Sorry, 2 seconds.
So, Grimm, what would you like to do? You can see everyone kind of in the rafters, and you do see movement.
Yeah, but I've got all my companions coming this way, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think it's got to be my job to stay here and clear away the zombies in front of this door so that people have a clear path to get inside.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm staying out here. I'm going to keep my back to the door, chop away at everything around, and just try to help everybody get in here safely.
Okay, that's fine. Yelena. Well, you say Yelena, Rupp, and Harrison. What would you like to do? I'm just going to adjust the map while you explain.
Keep running towards the barn.
Just
Okay. I've zoomed you in, Dave, so you should just see the barn now.
Yeah, I'm just
Sorry,
gonna
Rupp,
keep.
what was that?
Keep casting. I'm just worried as hell, like in complete darkness. I'm guessing. I am like one of the only ones without dark vision with Harrison. So
We're just running together in blindness.
yeah, we're just like keep like
Well, you're running
casting.
towards the light in the barn.
Yeah, I think
Right?
I'd cast a light spell and start like running towards like as soon as there's a zombie that shows up, I just disrupt undead and try and hold them off. But
Okay, so you managed with Disrupt Undead, you managed to turn a few away. They were heading towards Grimm, and they just kind of turn and move aside.
well, no, it kills them. I mean, it's still like.
And then they drop down dead.
Yeah, actually does damage.
And then you catch up to Grimm. Beadle, are you still running around in circles? You've got a whole kind of horde of zombies just kind of chasing the disco ball now.
Yeah, I'll try to once I get them away from. How many have I got with me?
You have about 30 zombies wandering around after you. They're not
Bring
far.
them
This is at
towards me
28
and Grimm.
days, so they're slow zombies.
Okay. It's one of those things that I don't know. I don't really have much of a choice. I mean, how far ahead can I get them? Can I lose them?
You have to dismiss the spell that you've got running at the moment, but you could kind of lead them into the cornfields, turn it off, and then sneak back.
So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll do that. I will get to the cornfield, go dark, and try to double back. Not right through them, obviously, but try to get back to the barn. But I'd like to, instead of going to the front of the barn, then I'd like to see if I can make I know I've gone a long way here, but I'll do double speed. I'll put my defense down and try to get to the back of the barn. So I know that my compatriots are going to the front. So I'm going to try to get to the back in case I could do some damage from the back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's fine.
Want me to roll any kind of check?
Stealth,
it'll be a stealth check, and also, as there was a little bit of strategy there, you also get a hero point.
Oh, nice. Thanks, man.
A hero point. So a hero point is basically, it's like a bit like re-roll. Re-roll any.
Yeah,
failure.
I get you.
Yeah.
I have 14 on my stealth.
Okay. You manage to get out of the cornfields, but as you break the line of the cornfields, you pick up a few more zombies along the way, but it's nothing you probably couldn't handle so far.
Okay. Well, in name of combat competition, I'll drop a fireball on them or something.
Okay. So as you look back, roll damage for me.
It's a huge number.
Oh well, Matt, we're behind.
How do you say that? Yeah, I really don't have a acidic burst. I'll do an acidic burst. Yeah. Oh, it's on me. Yikes. I don't want them to get that close to me. All right. I'll just outrun them. I know I'm losing this battle, and it makes me want to kill Professor Elias when nobody's looking.
So, Grimm. Everyone else, so Yelena, Rupp, Harrison, Grimm, you've all kind of regrouped. Tolkus is picking himself up off the floor. And inside the barn, you see bits of bodies, ripped apart pieces of cattle, cows and sheep, horses. There are people up, torn to pieces, both on the floor and in the rafters. And you see some people still alive. They're still kind of tied up and struggling. And right at the back of the barn from your position, Steve, if you put the other tokens in for me, please. You see this glowing, floating crystal orb. All the light is emanating from it, and this thing is just spinning in mid-air. You also see a number of ghouls between you and it.
I'm rushing in there. I mean, somebody's got to do something about that sphere, and I think my job is to take the ghouls out. So,
yeah, I'm going to charge in with Grimm and just kind of go straight for the ghouls.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as I've got up, I'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll be trying to help up Tolkus.
Right. Well. So on the battle map, your player tokens are going in. From your starting positions, let me know which ghoul, they're numbered, which ones you want to go for. We are out of mob tactics now, so this is individuals.
Okay. So I'm sorry, the map is just not working for me.
Okay. So
unfortunately, but it's all good. But I can see on the Twitch one, I can see there's somebody standing literally right next to me, right?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, let's have a look on Twitch. Stay there.
Yeah. So that guy's got to die.
I like your style.
If you roll attack and damage for me, please.
Tolkus approves.
Oh, that's terrible. Good lord. I think I only hit once. Well, 16.
16 hits. Yeah, he's got armor.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Hits.
All right. That's not
They're
bad.
not wearing armor. These are kind of deformed, fleshy
right
abominations.
Right. And I've still got this glowing sword going, Rup?
Yep.
Last that long? Okay, cool. Awesome. So that's 8, 10, 12. That's 20 damage.
Yep, they've got literally hit points of 20, so that one goes down. You can kill it any way you wish.
So before Tokus gets up, he points to Grimm and he says, "Nice hit there, my friend."
Yeah. So this thing is just right next to me as I come out.
And you slice it down.
2 swords, yeah, just that way. Slice it into 3 pieces, just one high, one low.
And you see, so this would be they would have kept horses as a horse. I don't know what they're called, the horse box.
Table.
And you see behind him, or behind that ghoul, there's another beast in there as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I think is G5. Is that right, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
G5.
Okay. On my next round,
you still have. So that was 1 action. You have 3 actions you can use. So you can.
That was 2 attacks combined. That was
okay.
2 hit.
Right.
Yeah, so you have 1 action
You can stay
left.
and be ready.
But then I'll step in there and make sure that other guy doesn't come out and get my friend. So I'll.
Okay, we're gonna do this in kind of screen order. So Yelena, you're next.
Okay. Cool. So I'm just outside the barn, I guess.
Yeah. Tolkus has picked himself up. There's a nice Tolkus-shaped hole.
Big enough for everyone to get through.
I would like to step through the Tolkus-shaped hole. And go 10 foot away.
Yep.
And then I'm going to point my staff and cast Pummeling Rubble. So a load of rubble shoots out from my staff in a 15-foot cone, and they need to make reflex saves.
Okay. So we have, what's that? We have the ones immediately in front of you towards the crystal, or the ones in the left-hand area?
The ones in front of me, so I'm hoping to hit the 3 in front.
Okay, so you're at 15-foot range, 5, 10, 15, you'll get G1.
Oh, is that all I'll get?
Yeah.
If I step forward again, will I get more?
You'll get 2, yeah, G1 and G2.
I'll do that then.
Okay. Roll your damage. Roll to hit and roll your damage.
It's a reflex save or DC 21.
Okay. Right. G1. I failed with a 2. So that gives me 11. And that gives me a 19.
Ooh, so neither of them pass.
Okay.
They're both pushed 5 feet away from me.
So they get pushed further back.
They get pushed further back, and they take a grand total of 4 bludgeoning damage.
Each. Boom, boom.
Each.
Okay. So these little pebbles and rocks shoot out and just literally forcing them back. Doesn't do any damage as such that you can see, but it pushes them back. Okay.
That will be my turn.
Okay, Beadle, you're up. You're around the back of the barn at the moment. You're sneaking around from the back. You're on mute.
Sorry. Yep. Can I, on the backside, is there any kind of entrance into this barn?
Yeah, so around the opposite end, there is a small doorway. You know, the front has a big, huge double doors. This is just a normal, like a back door.
I can see it. I mean, is that the thing right behind the shining light? Oh yeah, great. You just put your curse on it. Great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to sneak in there. I'm gonna try to use my stealth to get in.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on the inside, so I'm gonna try to sneak.
You can see all this light, and you can see the shadows, and people are moving around now, and you can hear the Yelena and Tolkus, and and then you see on the door where you are, it's just like a simple rope latch. All you got to do is unhook it, and then the door opens.
Great. I'll do that.
If you want to open doors that way and just people, you know.
It's a barn. It's it's a farm barn. They don't need locks and things. It's not trapped. It's a bit of string. It's a bit of rope. Okay, so you step in.
And that's what we'll do. Yeah, so I'll step in, and then that shimmering light. Any sense of what that thing is?
No, but it's hovering in midair, about 5 foot off the ground. Directly in front of you is a wrecked kind of wagon, leftovers of wagon and stuff, and it's kind of floating above that. It's just rotating, and you notice it's kind of weirdly it's like a polyhedral shape. like more like a D100, and it's just shimmering and shooting off this blue glow off into the darkness. And then you see also what everyone else is seeing. You see people stuck into the rafters, and you can see that all the ghouls' attention is on the heroes in front of you. They haven't noticed that you've come in through the back door.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna cast, Dave. I'm gonna cast telekinetic projectile,
Cool. Yeah.
and I'm gonna heave this thing out the door I just came in, as far as I can.
So you're going to sort of grab it and then shoot it back out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's, I don't see it's not tethered to anything, correct? I
No,
don't
it's
see it
literally
connected
floating. It's floating.
Yeah, and
in
rotating.
midair.
Yeah, it's out.
Okay.
Once trapped inside the barn, the evil has now been loosed upon the world.
pretty much, yeah. So you grab it with your magic. You can feel yourself kind of grabbing it, and you start to pull it. It's stronger than you think. It resists some of the movement, but you do manage to pull it with all that magical energy you're pulling through it. It only budges 5 foot towards you. You don't manage to. Your plan was to kind of ricochet it out, if you like, that slingshot.
Sure.
It doesn't. It's whatever it is. It's like it has this force sense of gravity.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna continue. Does anyone notice what I'm doing?
Everyone facing forward. So we've got Tolkus, Harrison, Yelena. You can all do a perception check, please.
Yeah.
I'm actually worried only about the zombies.
24.
Yeah.
26.
Yes.
Have the zombies noticed?
Yeah, 26 as well.
What are you doing, Beadle?
Get out. This is the source of the power. I think, but I'm not that smart.
Shouldn't we destroy it rather than set it free?
Are we having a conversation in combat? Focus! Focus on your job!
You're in the middle of combat, Harrison, and you are shouting. He's at the other end of the bar.
Do you love it?
Now my stealth is useless, you idiot! You are my nemesis! Blood oath.
Anything else, Harrison? That was that. Anything?
I was just shouting out to Beadle.
Just shout out. Right, Rup, what would you like to do?
So yeah, I'll run into the room, if possible, through the Tolka-shaped hole.
Get in the Tolka-shaped hole. Go on.
So do I, through kind of, do I think that this orb is evil of any sort?
Do you have to roll to check that? Or is it just the innate ability?
Not an innate ability per se. I mean, there is a spell for it. I mean, I can detect alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just look around the barn.
Yes, probably evil. Probably evil. Right, okay.
There's a good possibility that it might be evil.
I'm going to cast my most powerful spell at it. So, Searing Light.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm just going to... the energy from... purple energy starts gathering around, and then I like Hadouken it to my hands, and a ray of purple energy fire emanating from it just goes into this orb. Hopefully, I hit.
Okay, so hit and attack and damage, please.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
So if it is, so it does 5d6 fire plus 5d6 good damage. So I don't know if it's yeah. So
I don't think any of them are gonna not be like evil. So
yeah.
Yeah. So that is 9.
This
Sorry.
could,
There's a lot of dice. Sorry.
It's Rupp with the ultimate bet winner.
he's got his heal bomb and his nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
he's still counting. This is bad.
That's
You need to break
48
out the
points
cake
of
there.
damage.
Oh.
Okay, so you shoot this flame thing across the room. Vroom. it hits and strikes the crystal with light. Beadle, from your vantage point, you see this like streak of light and fire crack into this crystal, and you can see it literally starting to crack above your head like an egg. You get waves of more and more power. Now you can feel it. Before it was like a low bass vibration. Now it's kind of like vroom, vroom, vroom. It's pummeling your skin. It's nearly cracked open, but you can see this light is getting angry inside.
Beadle, it's only nearly broken. Get it!
I feel like I should get out of here. But I have used my move action.
Don't let Rup show you up, Beadle. Come on.
Oh.
Do something equally amazing. Come on.
I just go, okay, man.
Right, Harrison, we're
it's
up
not
to
my
you.
turn.
Nice one,
Harrison,
Rup.
we're up to you.
I'm gonna charge up to the ghoul that's near Yelena on her left,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to strike it with my rapier.
That's Is that G5, Steve?
Yeah, sorry, 2 seconds.
Yeah. So I rolled a 7 plus 14, so 21 to hit.
Hits.
So that's 8 points of damage on that. So I'll take another hit. A nat 20.
Oh,
Oh, get out of
one
there.
night.
2 in 1 night.
Oh,
2
I
in
want
1
a
night.
camera on Josh's dice. Come on, that's
He's
not...
done.
It's fine. I could do a little. You know,
Hang
here we
on.
go. Little.
Yeah, you changed that.
He rolled a 1 though on his damage, look.
He just got one hot glued down to the.
I've got like one dice in the tray that's always on 20.
So the damage is 1 and a 2. So obviously, yeah, that's gonna be double
6.
to 6. So
Oh wow, that's
you know.
like
6 does not
awesome.
kill it.
So
6
do,
does
but
not
but
kill
do
it.
I not get a special card? You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They don't really do one for pokey sticks. The target takes a minus 5 foot status penalty to its land speed until healed. So basically, you poked it in the leg. You did double
Nice.
damage on its leg.
Took a rapier to the knee.
Pokey stick.
Excellent.
Okay, Tolkien,
So
see
that's
who
the end
you
of my
can
turn.
save. Tolkien, your go. Let's go.
Sorry, I'm just laughing so much. Okay, Tokus will go for the nearest ghoul that's to him, and he will charge and swipe. I'm
Which one?
not sure because I'm not in the thing.
Quickly go on
so I
Twitch if you
can't see.
can. There's one
I've just
directly in
moved
front
you
of you.
straight forwards to the.
Yep,
to
so that'll
the
be
ghoul
one
that's in
action,
front
yes,
of you.
Steve?
Yeah,
Charge and kill.
So it will do power attack on the other one,
go for it.
and that hits an armor class of 26.
Yeah, easy. These are
And-
ghouls, no armor.
He's using his great axe, so that takes 7
Yeah,
plus 6
yeah,
plus 8 plus 4 damage.
yeah. How do you want to kill this one?
I just split it from the groin up.
So rather than a downward chop,
Yeah, rather
it's
than a downward,
whoa.
I actually do a straight up the middle, straight through its middle, straight up through its head, splitting it in half. And I say something like, hey, don't split, stick around.
My God.
Elias, you're up.
I attack after he does that bad pun.
That's what I do, Matt, sorry.
Elias, get through that into that barn. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm gonna move into the barn, and I'm gonna call in the smoke mephit to come and guard the door. So that
Okay.
moves back towards the door.
Look at him with his little helper. Ah.
And then I'm gonna move into range there, and that's my go over. That's my 3 goes over.
Okay, we're back to Grimm.
Slightly too
You've
far
got
away for casting
2
spells.
guys, and you still don't do anything.
What, you got a little
Come on,
helper,
man.
and you still can't do it?
We call that useless. That's useless where we come from.
Unfortunately, all the spells are 30 feet, and I was too far away to cast.
Tokus just shouts back, Elias, get in the fight!
Don't listen to them, Elias. Just take your time. You know, it takes a while.
It's not
it's
like
the
we're
end.
dying or anything.
It's the end, not the journey.
Okay, Grimm, you're up. Batter up.
Yeah, I've got a pretty obvious target standing right here in front of me, so
Yep.
let's take this sucker down.
Steve, is that G3?
It is G3, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's a 29, a 22, and a 21.
Yep. Oh, well, yeah. Go on, roll damage. I think you're gonna finish it, but
Yeah, let's see, 11, 12, 13, 21 damage.
just enough. You're 1 point over. Well done.
Nice.
So how do you want to finish this one?
Gently, lovingly.
With
Great.
pleasure and respect.
I mean, you know, I've got him up against the wall, so I'm just jamming my sword in and hitting it against the wall until it stops twitching. I'll pull my swords back out.
You see, it kind of leans forward and its tongue is still lacking you, and you get a little bit of tongue as it like hits your cheek and as it
A
dies.
little loving parting kiss.
Yeah. Little goodbye kiss.
From Grim with love, is that?
You still have enough action to you can move back out into the main.
Yeah, if I can
garden
move
area.
past, if there's enough room in that doorway, I'll come out as far as
Yeah,
I
you can move
get.
through Rupp space. That's fine.
Yeah.
Plus he's
So
small.
just,
He's half.
towards the mess in the middle there.
Okay, Yelena, you're up.
I am gonna point my staff at the glowing thing and cast acid arrow at it.
Okay.
So
Does that
hopefully
have
this...
splash damage?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay.
That's the other one.
No, that, yeah.
Oh,
Acid
fuck me.
splash or something. isn't it?
15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Balls.
unfortunately.
Balls.
Lucky it wasn't a natural one.
I would have used. Actually, I've got a hero point. I'm going to use that. I'm going to reroll.
Go on.
There we go.
Go on, Sharon. Go on.
That's better. 27 to hit.
27 definitely hits.
Oh.
Nice. Acid that bitch.
7. 15 points of acid damage.
Oh, sorry, but not splash. It's just,
No splash. It does also take 1d6 persistent acid damage.
That's fine. So yeah, the arrow disappears inside the middle of the crystal, and you just see it erupt again. And now it's almost split in two halves. It's kind of being pulled apart and rotating independently. One side is now changing to red, from blue to red, and the other one is still kind of blue and white. Beadle, this is right above you, or basically right in front of you. This change. You can see the crystal shards, the crystal crack, and there seems to be nothing in the middle. Just this ball of light. And it's your go.
I will. Yeah, I'll attack.
Attack that shit.
I have attack that shot. I feel like this could definitely, whatever happens here, this could be bad for me. So I'll take my attack action, and then hopefully, if it explodes or something crazy, then I will maybe have a chance to jump out of the way. So I'll attack with the potential to dodge. And I'll take 2 attacks. My rapier that's glowing and slash at it. I miss, and the 20, not a dirty 20 with my dagger.
That hits.
Matt knows about the dirty 20s, though.
He's got
Dirty.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
4 damage.
20.
Dirty.
How much? How much
4.
damage?
4.
4 damage. So as you miss with the rapier but go with the dagger, was that?
Yeah.
And you kind of just stick it. So as you backhand the dagger into it, it disappears into the middle of this crystal, and it feels like there's something in there. The resistance is there, and you can feel the vibration through your hand, through the dagger, and it starts to reverberate all the way down your arm. You grab it with your other hand, and then boom! The last thing you see is this light radiating from this crystal. Everyone is blown backwards as this pure daylight erupts from the crystal. A few minutes later, everybody comes round. Everyone's laying on the floor. They kind of pick themselves up. The ghouls are dead or motionless. They're laying on the floor with you. The people
I did that. I did that.
That counts for like 50.
I'm not sure you did that. I want evidence.
The people who are still alive or partially transformed seem perfectly normal. They seem healed by what was going on. And as you kind of pick yourselves up and look outside, you almost kind of see that kind of bomb blast effect. The cornfields are all bent down. All the zombies, the undead, the ghouls are just laying flat dead.
What about the guy with the legs?
Like
Is he all right?
Oh, God.
no,
Leave
he's
that.
done.
Leave
He's
that.
done.
Best not to think too much about him.
I'm still having flashbacks.
And then you see, as you kind of recover and look around, you realise that fight must have taken a lot longer than you predicted. The dawn is kind of cresting up on the horizon as you all kind of look around. It's like you're a bit deaf as well, muted. Some of you are covered in dust and muck. But it's peaceful on the farm. The farm hands and the survivors, the little girl and her slightly older brother come out the farmhouse tentatively, and they see you and they rush over to you. And the little girl goes straight up to Grimm again, kind of little girl grabbing the finger.
Oh.
I'll look at her and I'll say, he didn't do anything. It was me. And I'll reach my hand out to her. Take it, please.
Ignore the creepy diminutive man.
And then you look around at each other and you're kind of stuck, yeah.
So I'll look around. Is there any sort of like anything fallen from the crystal, or is it completely
it's gone. Boom.
Dissipated?
It's gone.
Okay.
The whole thing has gone. Whatever this was, you kind of summarize it. You had the right idea earlier. This is some kind of the crystal, the light was drawing them to this. This was some kind of central nest. And you managed to take out all the leftovers. So again, the heroes were fighting their way and got overrun.
It's like
in the moment, I'll say to Professor Elias, I'll say, well, clearly the competition is irrelevant because what we've done is greater than any bet we could have had, which is saving all these people. So I take all the credit for that. You can take the credit for the work your method did. But let's be clear, the true hero of the story is Beadle, the greatest dungeon delver ever. Also, whatever power has created this evil force, it is alarming indeed. For whatever this was, does not bode well for the future. We have been brought here from another dimension to stand before you, because the light must stand before the darkness. But we will be returned now, and you'll be left to protect this realm by yourself. And I'll grab my rapier, shing, and I'll go over to Elias, and I'll say, a boon from me to you. Let this someday bring you the strength that you'll need to survive a night like this.
I thank you. And I agree wholeheartedly with what you've said. It's not the trifling competition that we had, but it was my intent to inspire everyone here to survive the night and try their best. And if a little bit of game does that and makes us all feel much more calm and comfortable in ourselves in order to unleash our potential, then I succeeded. Please take this boon in kind, and when you return home, protect your own realms in the fashion that you've helped us protect here. And I
will make sure the songs that are sung of our great deeds will return to this realm via messenger someday.
It's much appreciated.
I will also tell you, if you need me to take Harrison with us and dispatch of his body, we can do it far away.
No one will ever know.
Nobody will hold it against you.
Believe me, that would be good, but I could not allow that. He is my half brother.
I'm so sorry for your family.
Yeah,
half brother on the father's side. My mother was a great warrior. Father, not so much. I don't know.
And as you are saying this, Beadle, a portal opens up nearby. It's quite has a warm, glowing light appears from it, and you will get to, as you say your final goodbyes. Our heroes will continue their adventure because they are going to head towards Foxglove Manor. They kind of got sidetracked. While Beadle.
Well, I was going to say
Grimm,
let's head there next, but you know.
I'll turn back to Elena and I'll say to Elena, half-orc, you come with us. We could use your strength and your valor where we're from. You are strong and brave.
That's kind, but I think I might be needed here first. But maybe one day.
There's no doubt you're needed. For Harrison lives in this realm and he travels with you.
Yeah, he is just a walking disaster most of the time. But occasionally he does do good.
I'll
believe it when I see it.
Grim, I could do with a companion like you on our team. Would you like to stay with us? We could really use a man like you.
It's extremely tempting. This is the first time in a very long time that I felt like somebody could stand shoulder to shoulder with me, even though my shoulders are slightly larger. It was still a wonderful feeling, and
I like your banter. It is good.
I was proud.
You two have
to fight next to you, sir.
Are we like me and Grimm like do that thing like from Predator, like Arnie does with I can't remember his name, Apollo from Rocky, and like lock arms.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Do the in air like arm wrestling, you know? And we laugh. Ha ha!
You two should have babies.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
They
too.
would be strong and fine if we had them.
And not smart at all.
And with that, the doorway is there. It is ready for Beadle and Grimm to return.
I turn, I flip off Harrison, and I get it.
And with that, our heroes see them, get the finger, and Beadle and
Just
Grimm
Harrison.
step into the light, and
Just salute
vanish.
that.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for having us.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you joined us on
was
this
awesome.
one.
Thank you, guys. That was a great time. Really appreciate it.
That was hilarious.
Weren't we supposed to give something away, Dave?
Oh,
yeah,
Dave,
we forgot about that.
I forgot the middle one. That means
We
there's
forgot the middle
two,
one.
isn't it? Two.
Yeah.
So, everyone who's in, Steve's going to set up a giveaway right now. Everyone who's in
Right,
live
give us a word.
chat. We need a
Harrison.
word. We need a word.
Goat.
Harrison.
Chaos.
I think chaos suits perfectly. Chaos it is.
We're going to do an exclamation mark draw for what? Chaos?
Chaos.
As soon as
Chaos.
Steve
Yeah.
sets it up, we're literally we're going to
It's
give you
good to
1
go.
minute to get your stuff in there. So go.
Oh,
Start putting that in. Remember,
Guess
if you're
we're not allowed
if
to
you're
enter
a
this one,
player,
yeah?
you cannot enter.
Damn it.
It
Beadle and Grimm,
sucks.
Matt and Bill, thank you very much for joining us. It was a good laugh. It was
Nah.
it was
It's
good.
been great fun.
It was awesome.
Loved having you.
Super
Hopefully we'll get to see you again. So some of the stuff we got coming up, kind of put, we got a Christmas special. We hope you kind of drop in, say hi,
Yeah, that'd be
have a
cool.
drink, wear your Christmas jumper if you can. 17th December.
Plenty of ale's going to flow.
And you at home, please also join us. If you're at work, join us as well.
Can I real quick,
Go ahead.
Dave, can I just do something which I feel terrible about? I've gotten these things from Curse Crypt. I don't know if anyone's seen their stuff.
No, what is it?
They're like,
I'll put you on this
it's
one.
like anti-graffiti board. It's a whiteboard. And I've got to support them on social media, and I haven't. I'm terrible about that. And I'm writing on it tonight. I'm like, I should definitely give them a shout out.
Utilizing
on
it and
this
they're not
stream.
giving them kudos. That's bad.
I know. It's, but I'm trying to make up for my evil ways by
Go
saying
for it, Matt. Go
scripts.
for it.
They're amazing. It's amazing
Cool.
stuff. Sorry.
And Bill, Matt, what was the giveaway?
Oh, so we're giving away two $50
Children.
Children.
Two children. Oh, cool.
Okay, so we've got two $50 gift vouchers that you can spend on the Beadle and Grimm. You can spend it on the store.
You can spend it on the store. I wish we could do a gift certificate for the Kickstarter, but apparently Kickstarter doesn't do that. But we have lots of stuff there in the store, and after the Kickstarter is over, our Pathfinder stuff will be available there. So if you want to wait until after November 30th to use your gift card, you can use it on that. So
Okay, Steve, you know the rules. Pull the one-armed bandit. Let's pick a winner.
Okay,
First
so the
winner
first winner is right, so we'll roll that one again.
Michaela.
Michaela Sims.
Michaela wins 50 quid.
Looks like it's Michaela Sims.
So on the re-roll, it's Zombies Ate My Brain.
Zombies, well done.
Hey, well done, Zombies.
Very
Everyone.
Oh, Zombies Ate My Brains.
Zombies, you got a
name.
zombie-filled adventure there, and you won
How
the first prize
appropriate.
draw. Well done.
Yeah, so congratulations, Zombies. And so for the next one, I'm going to roll now, and it is Serenos. Congratulations,
Well done. Well done.
Well done, Serenos.
So, thank you for joining us, Serenos, because you wasn't going to. So, thank you for joining us, and you've won a draw. I won't talk about why she wasn't going to join us, but
W for winner. Yay.
He's
Deserved
probably
win.
still locked up in isolation.
he probably
anyway.
still looks up in isolation.
Well, yeah, I mean, and just one last thing, Dave. Thank you so much for having us. But we are in the middle of a Kickstarter. If you're just joining us, that
the
to us
Kickstarter.
is like a big part of our future as a company. I mean, we're really trying to grow out of this moment and expand into Paizo and Pathfinder. So if you get a chance, go to check out our Kickstarter.
Yeah,
we would
check
be
out the
very
Kickstarter.
much
Come on, guys.
appreciated.
Yeah,
we
they look
might
amazing.
have,
So, the link
we'll
is
do
in
some
chat
artwork.
as well.
Cheers. Thanks.
Yeah, check
Okay.
out the link
The
in
Kickstarter.
there.
Yeah.
And we've got some artwork on the screen just kind of going through. We'll play it. We've got the Kickstarter
thanks.
advert at the end. We'll wrap up with that. But again, Bill, Matt, thank you so much for coming on board. We hope you'll come and guest play again.
Yes.
We've also got our Tomb of Annihilation. And if you want to guest play in that, and another idea that I'll talk to you offline, Bill, was when we eventually when we get to the new year and in January, we're playing the Beadle and Grimm version of Frostmaiden with all the extra encounters and all the extra goodies that you guys do. Really looking forward to get my hands on that box. But I was
Was it
thinking
£20, wasn't it? £20 weight box?
21.
Oh,
Yeah.
£21.
a gorgeous box, and it's a
Build the old biceps with those. Yeah.
it's going to go out.
That's
to
right.
probably
That
see
doesn't
it.
make anybody look good.
So yeah, really looking forward to getting up. We will be playing that, and that is open. So if anyone would like to play with us, do get in touch. It's open to anyone. We're doing international now. We're a local club in the UK. We have 60 members locally, and we play in a big mansion house. And during lockdown, we started putting our adventures online. And we've made so many really good new friends from all the various companies we're talking to. And we're trying to set up, maybe there's an international game that we can do on a regular basis for about maybe 3 months or so on a weekly basis. So anytime anyone wants to guest play, do get in touch on Twitter at RPG Badgers. And you'll be talking to me directly.
Do it.
You can do that. But yeah, anytime you want to jump in, please do. You are now more than welcome.
Well, thank you so much.
Dave, thanks for being such great partners, all of you guys. You've just been
Nice, Harrison.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for
Nicely
joining
done.
us, guys. It's been
Well done,
awesome.
Harrison. That's Michaela. Michaela for sure did that.
Don't talk to Harrison. Don't talk to him.
No. Michaela, you're dead to me. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right,
Thanks,
everyone,
John.
Thank you.
everyone watching on where are we? Everyone watching on Twitch. We'll see you next time. We'll be back next week. We're tomorrow on Friday night for Tomb of Annihilation. Do join us then. Until
Please
then.
don't forget to
Bye-bye.
subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, please.
Yeah.
Right.
See you.
And remember,
Bye.
get to the chopper.
And I'll leave you with the Kickstarter message from Matt. See you all. Bye.
Love you all. Thank you. Bye.
My name is Matthew Lillard. You've probably seen me in many a horrible movie back in the 90s. Can we start again? It's me, Matt! Hi. I'm major motion picture star Matthew Lillard. Hi. All right, Sam. I'm Matthew Lillard. What's the line? You just do whatever the fuck. I almost had it. I got booger on my shirt. What's the first line? I was in terrible movies during the 90s. You grew up on them and you watched them, sucker. My name is Matthew Lillard. You may know me as Beadle from Beadle and Grimm's. Last couple of years, our company is focused primarily on the DM, creating battle maps, in-world handouts, jewelry items, and of course, stuffed animals. Now it's time to focus on you, the players. Because when we gather around a table, we're not there to hear a story, we're there to tell a story. All of us. And sometimes that story goes on for years and is remembered only on coffee-stained scraps of paper or 3 random journals. But worst of all, it's in your head. And why is that bad? Because I'm not that smart. Bill's way smarter than me. When he says it's Grimm that killed the frost giant that was on its way to destroy the town, I can't really argue with him because I don't have it on a journal. And if I had it in a journal, sitting on a bookshelf, you could just say, hey, check out my journal. We all know the problem with a journal. In a real game, when are you gonna use that thing? On a real night of gaming, you bounce from a core rule book to the advanced player's guide, and of course your character sheet. And the entire game goes like boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, 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 boom. You never go back to this thing. And again, the story is only in your brain, and Bill's telling you that he is the real champion. But what if? Stay with me here. What if, Charlie? Charlie, thanks. What if we created a single book specifically tailored for your character class? And what if it had an enormous character sheet to record every detail of your character? Every stat, every strength, weakness, magic item, enemy, ally, even your familiar. And then took all the official Pathfinder rules, the spells, feats, and skills that you need for your class and your class only, and combined that with an expansive journal to capture your story. And obviously it's only useful if it's on heavy paper to handle the years of wear and tear, and bound on a lay-flat binding so you can use every inch of it. And of course, us being us, we add amazing artwork from across the Pathfinder universe, as well as our own custom pieces, commissioned specifically for this book. And that's why I'm here today, to introduce you to Beadle and Grimm's complete character chronicle. Character sheet, rulebook, journal, all in one. The tools to tell your story and the pages to preserve it. If my story had been included in one of these, I'm pretty sure that Beadle, the greatest dungeon delver ever, would have been the true hero of the group. Not Bodum, not Tanner, and definitely not Grimm. Because it all would have been written down, the incontestable truth. Or at least, a well-documented lie. Which is just as good. I'm Matthew Lillard, and we are Beadle and Grimm.